Good time zone, everyone. I keep saying good morning, good evening, good night, good whatever, and I'm just like, at this point, good time zone. I saw Shushu in chat do that, and I'm like, I like that. I'm stealing it, it's mine now. But hello, both of you, and hello, everyone in chat. I am joined today by Ryan. I don't know, I haven't heard of Ryan before. I don't really know. I don't know what his deal is.
Here he has a shitty boss.
Yeah. I heard that he's awful. I heard that he quit YouTube to be a gay furry VTuber, which is really rude if you ask me. And then we also have Trey the Explainer, who is very good, like me if I wasn't washed up and actually had an interesting degree.
What? Oh, it's good. Hey, hello. It's good to be here.
Trey is very good. We appreciate Trey in this house.
I'm actually curious, Trey, what degree do you have, if you don't mind saying? Because I assume it's history, but you do some archaeology as well. And
well, you're working on your archaeology degree still, right?
No, I graduated.
Okay.
Was it last year? 2 years? 2 years now? Last year? Whichever year it was. I graduated. I was a double major for anthropology and genetics. So yeah, so it's pretty good. And I've worked on dig sites in a couple places.
Look, I can't have you one-upping me on my own stream like this, okay? Like, could you just say you have, like, an English degree, too? Just so, like, you know, so people don't start going, wow, this Fred guy, why are we watching this Fred guy? What the fuck?
You told me the other week.
Anthropology is kind of like an English degree in some ways. It's good. It's good. All this stuff matters. This stuff matters, and you work towards it and stuff, so...
You told me the other week, Fred, that Mike had an English degree, and I was like, as a second language, right?
What, you think he's just like full-time Italian?
Yeah, somebody says anthropology is the English degree of sciences. He's kind of right, yeah. Kind of treated like that in the science community.
yeah, it's just like, could you imagine Tucker Carlson making fun of you, like making fun of your degree, right?
Yes. Yeah. Because I encounter people that are like, what is that exactly? And you're like, oh, it's the study of people. And they're like, oh, okay.
Oh, so you're a psychologist?
You're like, not exactly. It's like dead people mostly. It's people that have been dead for a long time that you can't
like
talk
a history
to.
Degree.
Yeah, it's kind of like a history. It's like a weird like in between history and like some of the other sciences. It's funny.
Also,
it's funny. I came into college with just a genetics degree, and then I added anthropology later because I loved it. Genetics was hard. I'm not good at genetics. I'm kind of bad at genetics.
I kind of have a similar experience where well, I think like you persevered a lot more. Like I was burnt out on education. I needed a gap year, and I just didn't get it. Excuse me. But I was so burnt out. I started out in biology, and very quickly realized I did not have terribly much aptitude.
So you studied biology before you did English, Fred?
I did, yeah. I started out in biology.
The other thing I did alongside music when I was at what we call college in the UK, but it's when you're 17 to 18, was biology. And biology was like, it was the fuzzy science. It was a science where it's like, it sounds like it's dealing with more ordinary things, but they're so much more complex.
You're a little quiet, Ryan.
Oh, sorry. I'm still leaning back. That's why. It's the study of, you know, like the immune system was so complicated,
Mhm.
And it involves so many levels of like complex chemistry. Like the molecules
Right.
and the enzymes were so massive.
Yeah, yeah. No, like those molecules like very quickly spiral out. It starts to end up looking like a plot summary of Homestuck. Speaking of, I dodged a bullet with that. I was chatting with a friend the other day, and they mentioned Homestuck, and I'm just like yeah, I did. Like they asked, did you read Homestuck? And I said no. And they said good, and I had to explain. I came into Problem Sleuth partway through. And I was like, oh, that was really funny. That was really good. And then it's like, okay, well, he's going to be working on another project. Cool. And then it launches eventually. And I'm like, oh, Homestuck. And I start following that from the beginning for a while. I follow him for like a couple of months or something. And I quickly come to the conclusion, this motherfucker doesn't know what he's doing. Not in the sense of he's a bad writer, but more in the sense of he's pretending like he's laying out all of these plot points, and all of these are going to come back later and be intricately intertwined in an already planned plot. But I very quickly picked up on the fact that he had not planned anything. That he was just out here wilding, and I was completely correct. Vindicated, like my decision was vindicated by history. Everyone was like, Fred, have you read Homestuck? Oh, you really should. And I'm just like, nah, man, this dude doesn't know what he's doing. And I was so right. I felt so vindicated. So, Trey, I want to say, I'm very glad that you are working with Ryan, because it means that you are inoculated against the distressing trend of video essayists accidentally using Ram Ranch in their videos.
Is this a thing? Is it?
So there is a stock metal backing track that is used very frequently in videos. Well, it's stock. It didn't used to be used, but someone decided that they were going to take a stock soundtrack and sing over it, and they created perhaps one of the greatest internet songs ever made here. I would like to share with you Ram Ranch by Grant McDonald.
Grant McDonald.
Oh God.
Grant McDonald.
Do you think he owns a farm or a ranch, Fred?
Well, here, listen.
Do you get it?
Oh yeah, I need to share. I need to share my window so that you can
This is
hear.
bad.
Okay.
This is bad. I worked on a ranch for like a summer.
Yeah, I used to live
This
on
PTSD.
I used to live on like in an annex on an equestrian center, and I was like, this is Trey's dream right here.
Really? I did not know that. That's pretty cool. I used to like horses. I kind of do still, but then I got kicked in the knee. And
Oh my
I was
God.
out for like a couple months, and it was the most painful thing that's ever happened to me.
I thought that you,
Skyrim-y.
for a second, I thought you were making a Skyrim joke.
I mean, I was.
No, this actually happened. This is a good Skyrim joke. I get hit in the knee.
I used to work
Good
on a
arrow to
ranch
the
like
knee.
you. Well, actually, it's probably a good thing that you that you didn't say on the ranch, because otherwise, this could have happened. Are you go ahead and like watch my open up my window share on Discord real quick.
God. Yeah. oh God.
It's just the all you need for this is the audio. But someone decided to take a stock metal track, and a bunch of people did, like a bunch of other people are using the stock metal track, but by far its most popular use is this. Don't worry about that.
18 naked cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch. Big herd throbbing cocks wanting to be sucked. 18 naked cowboys wanted to be fucked. Cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch, on their knees wanting to suck cowboy cocks. Ram Ranch really rocks. Hot, hard, puff cowboys, their cocks throbbing hard.
This keeps going on for like 3.5 minutes.
I was like, is that it? Oh no, it's still there.
No, it goes on for 3.5 minutes.
This is
Like,
perfect
oh my
for
God.
your show, Trey. This is perfect.
It is, yeah. It'll
I,
fit
I,
so well.
I realized how much I police my language in front of your chat because I technically lived on a stud farm, but I thought like there would be too much for it would be too much for the chat.
The word stud alone will
The
activate them.
stud farm.
The word stud alone. I was okay. No, we started the call like this is the first time that Trey and I have been in a voice call together, and Ryan and I are chatting, and the first thing that Trey hears from me is me calling Fox from Fallout 3 a big green cuck. Because he's like, I would never take this moment from you.
See, I didn't know who that was. I mean, I know that bit in it. I didn't know who it was because
The super mutant.
yeah, but I just
companion.
played like 5 minutes of the game and I'm like, this is hideous, and I just turned it off. Threw the box out the window.
So if you live in the UK and you found a boxed copy of Fallout 3 for the Xbox 360 just on the ground, I guess you have Ryan to thank.
It wasn't just me who did that.
Yeah, you are far from the only person who did that. Hey, I want to take a minute. Hey, to thank everyone who's subbing and resubbing. Hey, Nolani, thank you for the 6 months. Trash Panda Raby for the 6 as well. And then Narthex Wolf for the 16. Got him. Trey the They say, Trey the Explainer, the YouTuber famous for the Amogus Effect video.
Oh god. I hate that that's what I'm famous for. Oh. That always happens. I've talked to other YouTubers and you're famous for a video that you're like, I wish I wasn't famous for that one. It's slowly becoming the iceberg video, which I'm like, okay, that's better. That's better.
Mm-hmm. It's funny, like
Knudsen.
if you were to talk to people anecdotally about like the video I'm known for, you would think that my most viewed video ever was the Final Fantasy House one. And yet, like that is far from my most viewed video. It's very
what
peculiar.
Is it?
My most viewed video, I believe, is Deep Blue at this point.
Ooh.
Oh, I was thinking it was Deep Blue. I like Deep Blue a lot. That's one of my favorites.
That's probably the video I'm most proud of. Though, like, I'm feeling pretty excited about the new video already.
Oh, nice.
I think that this one could be pretty good. The entire time with the Eve video, I was like, it was gonna be, some people love it, some people are middling on it. Okay, I'm looking. The Wings of Redemption video has 9 million views, so that's just eked it out by about 900,000.
I have a story about your Deep Blue video. When I watched it for the first time, I was in my bed, my apartment, and it was the first time I realized that cockroaches could fly. I was watching your video, and I saw a cockroach, and I was like, ew, that's disgusting. Then it took off and started flying, and I was like, holy shit, and I had to put down your video. so now I just associate the video with that, unfortunately.
I think it would have been so much more poetic if you were watching the DSP video instead.
Oh, that's so mean.
DSP is called the Pig Roach. That's one of his nicknames.
I know.
Oh my god. Some people are like, cockroaches can fly. Yeah, right? Right? And they make a lot of noise when they do.
Yeah, they do.
They sound like scarab beetles. They're like, and you're like, oh
man,
my gosh, damn.
No, hunt, like they sound terrifying. I think the most terrifying insect I've ever heard, right, is the European giant hornet. I have seen a European giant hornet in the flesh, And
I used to have a nest. Well, I
Oh,
have several
jeez, look
nests
at
on
this thing.
my family
Yeah.
has several nests. And
they're not actually that aggressive.
they're very docile. They just don't
yeah.
want to mess with you.
Yeah, they're actually endangered. So like, please, if you see a European giant hornet, please don't kill it. They're rather chill, but
They're very chill, and they are endangered, and they sort of play an important part in the ecosystem.
yeah.
So there's an insect in the UK. We don't have many cockroaches in the UK, but we do
Mm.
have an insect called the Maybug, or the cockchafer.
Hmm.
Which
Okay,
is,
the
Excuse me?
cockchafer.
yes, the cockchafer.
You know,
Sounds like
my daddy
a
taught
mythical
me
being.
how to keep me from ripping the skin by using someone else's mouth.
I get that reference.
Hey!
Mm.
Oh my God! That is from the I got to watch. Mike Jabroni Mike does a series on his streams where he watches the Catalina collection, which is porn without the porn.
Yes.
It's just the plot.
It's just the plot and like the music video that they have and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my
I'm
god.
sorry. Continue.
The cockchafer.
Yeah.
No, but it's
Is it like your equivalent of the earwig?
no,
Or
we have
yeah,
earwigs.
Earwig?
As
What is the
well.
thing called?
Pillbug. You mean like we call them wood lice. But they're like a cockroach. They're not like a cockroach at all. They don't like eat like food or anything. But they're kind of that kind of size and they fly. But what happens is if they get into your hair, they will like get stuck to your hair, and you'll have to literally cut your hair out to like get them off your head.
Ugh.
That is awful.
They're sort of nasty little. Well, they're I think they're an endangered species too. But whenever you see
I'm
one
good.
you're like fuck that.
Right. That's one
They're
of
like
those things.
Velcro?
Yeah, like Velcro. I'm gonna Google it. I'm
Oh,
Googling
gosh.
cockchafer.
I don't know. I feel like this is one of those cases where it's like, you're going extinct. Good.
Dude, they're mega cute. They've got really cute eyebrows. Google cockchafer, Fred.
Okay.
Look
They are kind of cute. They're kind of
Cockchafer.
scarab beetle. That's pretty cute.
Cockchafer. Okay, here, let me see. Fuck, they are cute. God damn it. No,
You
you're
say
right.
that they're called cockchafers.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Oh my god, they're so cute. Okay, here, let me...
Someone was asking what they should draw me as. Draw me as a cockchafer. That's my persona. I'm a cockchafer.
Here, look at... Like, the only thing that I don't like in this equation is the mouth. Which... Ugh.
Oh, they got like furry jackets as well. Oh my!
They do,
they're the
yeah.
cutest. They look like
They're pretty
stars.
cute. Okay. All right.
Look up-
I'll admit it.
Like, there is a cute factor to them. I think this photo as well, right? Like, I'm guessing this is a different... This is a variation.
No,
different-
there's male and female ones. The male ones have the. Oh, maybe there
Oh,
are
okay.
different versions. But they're like an important part of like historical. They're like a part of like British culture. Like people make references to them a lot. You know. I don't know.
Interesting. I could see Shakespeare making some sort of dirty reference using them. Shakespeare was a dirty motherfucker.
He was, but I tell you who was way dirtier. Geoffrey
Yeah.
Chaucer. That
Oh
pure
my
filth.
god, yeah. No, that
Pure filth.
like people are just like, "Oh yeah, the Canterbury Tales." It's like, "Oh yeah, classic piece of literature." It's like half cock jokes and like pus. There's a distressing amount of pus in the Canterbury Tales.
Ew.
British equivalent of a cicada. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yum, yum, yum.
This is the year of the cicada. We got 2 cicadas this year.
2 cicadas.
Yes. Yeah, they cycled correctly. How like they sleep for 13 years or
Right.
something.
Yeah.
There's 2 that will be out this year, so it's gonna. And I live in the south, so we have a really bad problem with them. But so it'll be exciting.
There was okay. Now
Cool.
there was a conspiracy TikTok influencer who she kind of oscillates between you know, what is she called? She's like, she calls herself an aunt, right? Like she's an older person using TikTok. And at one like, her house was covered in cicadas, right? And every like people in the area were just like, "Oh, yep, this is one of the signs of the apocalypse. Here we go." Right? Like everyone is just so fucking ready for the apocalypse, and it's remarkable.
People have been ready for the apocalypse like literally for thousands of years. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know, right? It's
never
like,
happened.
yeah, Jesus is just like, it's coming soon, guys. Here we go. Like, Jesus was a doomsday preacher. And just like, well,
There's
still
one
here,
passage
man.
in the Bible that's like it's what does it say? He says like within our lifetime or something it will
Yeah,
happen, and then Christians have like tried to make accounts for that. Like there's like this guy called the Wandering Jew, and like he's like the one guy that's like still alive. This is in like Christian mythology. Like Jesus
Yes,
cursed
I've
him
heard
to
about
wander
this.
for all eternity.
Right, like
Yeah,
it's
like,
Cain.
he's the one guy. That makes it accurate.
Yeah, or like maybe it's Cain. Maybe it's
Oh
Cain,
yes.
or maybe
Yes, the
maybe
mark of
before.
Cain.
Yeah, maybe the first thing we have to do is kill all the vampires. Like, but we can go full World of Darkness on this.
This connects to my Bigfoot video where there's a weird overlap of Christian people and Bigfoot believers. And
Yeah.
there is disagreement in the Christian community if Bigfoot is Cain, like the mark of Cain was being a hairy Bigfoot, or if it is a Nephilim, like a giant half
Right.
angel.
Yeah, no,
So-
like
oh,
there's
gosh.
been a resurgence of Nephilim conspiracy theories recently. There was one particular influencer, I think it was, like a conspiracy influencer, who like started talking about how this hill is actually the corpse of a Neph, or like what is either a sleeping or the corpse of a Nephilim. I can't remember which. I love it. It's bonkers. I think realistically,
Oh,
I have
gosh.
to imagine that like the mark of Cain, right? Like Cain must have meant something back when the story was written down, right? Or like not written down,
Right.
but just like first made, right? Like they just say the mark of Cain, and it's like, oh, there must have been some sort of cultural context. Your video about lost books was really good and touches on this, how
thank you.
it was on jokes, right? The oldest joke.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
The context
he's
is missing.
right. Yeah, exactly. Like the cultural context just is gone.
Like you're totally right that the mark of Cain, there's like an assumption that's being made by the storyteller that the people listening understand what he means by it.
Right.
But it's not there. It's not there anymore. So we're
Right.
like, what does that mean?
Yeah, and there
Causes all
are
kind of problems.
like and when you look at the Bible with that in mind, that you need cultural context, right? The repetition of 40 days and 40 nights, it's like it kind of makes me think like, oh, that's a something and a half, right? Like that. I can just see future civilization seeing someone say like, oh, that was a stomach ache and a half, and being like, oh yes, the half symbolizes, and it's like, you guys, no, stop. Please stop. Don't do this to me.
I have been sat here patiently for 5 minutes thinking whether I could make a Kane wrestling reference, and whether you two would understand it. And
No.
I've just been holding off the whole time. No, great. There was a wrestler called Kane, and I was like, oh, of course, he lives. And he became like mayor of a town. He's like,
Yeah.
Oh, he looks like the
Cain.
Noid.
Kane looks like the Noid.
Yeah, he looks like the Noid. I'm looking at a picture of him right now.
Fred is googling manically. It's about a
Kane
K.
wrestler. Oh, he does look like the Noid. Holy shit, you're right.
He
Look-
spelled K to make him legally distinct because the original name Cain is copyrighted by the Bible.
It's so stupid. What? That's not true.
That's the wall, bro.
Bible copyright.
I love I love how his singlet has like stitches printed on.
Well, you have to understand, Fred. He was burned in a mortuary fire lit by his brother, the Undertaker. And that's why he has to wear a mask. Until he took it off, then it was
Lore?
just... yeah, this is his law. But it was just a mental scarring, right? And I can't explain why he's a politician.
Wrestling is just gay writers making fun of straight men. That's the wall, brother. I learned about the wall.
What, the rest of the wall, but because
Yeah.
from WCW, who
Hold
teamed with
on.
Berlin, so you had Berlin and the Wall as a tag team in like 2003 or something. No, WCW was that business.
That's the
like
Wall.
in '99.
Sorry, I
A
just
mere
want to
8 years
watch
after
the wall
Berlin
again.
Wall
Somebody collect the bounty now! I'm begging you!
I don't know what that
He's
is.
redder than Mike.
Oh, up there. That's on top of the hotel. That's about.
So is that the wrestler the Wall? Because I don't know if I recognize him from sight, but I remember
He's
he
so
was
far away.
The moment that I saw him, I could, please forgive me for bringing this up on stream, but I could only think of one thing. It's Chris Chan in the Rollin' and Trollin' video. It's Chris Chan. It's Chris Chan with the goatee.
They also look like the agonist from System Shock 2.
I can't do it. I need to play System Shock still.
Oh my god.
I just look. It's the same. These are the same image. The only difference is that the wall has a wider jaw, slightly.
And no tattoos.
And no, yeah,
Is that the video where Chris is like, you're the trolls?
yeah.
Like,
Where he's
I'm
like
not actually
pretending. Oh, this
autistic."
was actually all a troll, and I got all of you. Yeah, yeah.
Oh gosh.
Oh, up there. That's on top of the hotel.
Up there.
That's about 15 stories in the air. Look at that. That's the wall.
That's a great camera
Maybe
shot.
the wall will choke slam Hogan from the top of the hotel!
Maybe he'll literally murder on television.
I like how just ridiculously far away he is. And they're like having a conversation.
Oh
You
no!
have
So
to speak up. I can't hear you.
no, I think what they planned was like they were going to have a dialogue and he was going to have a microphone. But look at his fucking like tie. What does he fucking have around his neck? Right? Like look at how much it's
Maybe the wall
blowing.
will choke slam Hogan
It
from the
is like they tried to give him a microphone, but it was way too windy.
Yeah, it looks so windy.
The only thing I remember about the Wall, Fred, he was in WCW, so this is why it's bollocks. It's in WCW.
Okay.
He teamed with a wrestler called Berlin, who Alex Wright, the wrestler.
Oh.
But this was in '99, like 8 years after the Berlin Wall fell. It was
Oh.
painfully out of date. So they teamed as because Alex Wright's German, so they became Berlin and the Wall.
Okay. I think my favorite... Okay, so when I was first shown this clip, Hulk Hogan was like pointing at him and yelling, "That's the wall," and I thought he was talking about like the front of the hotel. It's like, that's the wall. It's like, yeah, yes, Hulk. Yes, Hogan. That is the a wall. It's not the wall, it's a wall.
Hey Trey, you're a geneticist. Can you work out
Yes.
the family tree of Hulk Hogan? Because he has a lot of brothers.
Hulk Hogan. Let me see. Is there a family tree? Let's see. I'm looking up a family tree.
You're looking up a family tree of Hulk Hogan.
What is this? The family tree of fighting. Is it like a biological family tree?
I don't think you
Oh,
know
it's like his
enough about-
techniques. It's like his techniques. Oh, my
don't
bad.
think you
my
know
bad. It's
enough
like what
about
he was
wrestling.
taught.
Trey from you to understand this joke. Hulk Hogan's brother.
So Vince McMahon gave his only begotten son. I'm sorry, Vince McMahon. Excuse me. I can hear the gears in Trey's head turning as he tries to make sense of like this family tree.
Well, I'm supposed to. A friend invited me to go to a WWE wrestling match, and he was like explaining the lore to me, and I was just like, I don't understand this. It's so much. It's so much lore.
It's like a soap opera. It's like you need to know who all these characters are, and like you get lost.
Yeah,
Like
Game of Thrones hasn't got shit on WrestleMania 19.
No, and I can't believe that anyone could keep track of anything. Maybe, you know what? Maybe that's why Hulk Hogan is such a serial liar. Because he didn't think that anyone could keep track of, like, everything. Because everyone is always lost in wrestling lore anyway, and you can just say anything, and it becomes canon. And Hulk Hogan was just like, yeah, whatever. Like, yeah, I can say that that I was almost a member of Metallica and that they invited me to be the bassist. No one's going to question that.
If there was a way, Fred, for us to like legally show wrestling on streams beyond like a minute-long clip,
Right.
I would love to like talk through the insane logic of wrestling. Like my favorite one was during like the Gulf War, the first Gulf War. They tried
Okay.
to play off the
Good start.
angle.
Well, good start, starting with the Gulf War.
They tried to play off the like anti-Iraqi sentiment by getting the Iranian Iron Sheik to become an Iraqi sympathizer.
I do remember this. Ryan, I remember you gave me the history of the WCW.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and Ryan, I want you to know, I got through like a third of that book, and I tried really hard. But they make so many references to specific wrestlers and events, and they just assume I know what they are, and Jesus Christ, I do not. I just do not. I could not make sense of any of it.
I had not read that book.
You could say that I ran up against a wall. Thank you. Thank you.
Trey's so polite. He didn't even politely clap. He
Plus
didn't even
two
politely
that.
clap.
Plus two that, chat. Don't fucking -2 that. Mods,
minus two.
mods ban anyone
Ban.
giving me a -2. Ban anyone saying -2. Two
Ban
I.
anyone
Fuck you,
offering
Burninator.
Red advice.
Ban all of them. Get them out of here.
The greatest Twitch stream
them all.
would be. You should have a second channel, Fred, where you can just stream to nobody, and just give it a really like. You just look at chat and you're like, yeah, that's good. Everyone
Yeah.
agrees.
Finally, some peace and quiet. Forgotten how to game on my own.
Oh,
Oh.
oh, sorry. Fred. Yeah, we were having a chat the other day, and we were talking. We were recording something, and I mentioned how you had built a box inside the box. You weren't thinking outside the box. And then I started talking about like something completely irrelevant. You know, like I'm stuck in here. It's stuck in this fucking box with you, Ryan. I want to be let out of this box. I'm stuck with you.
Get me out. It smells like fish and chips
It smells like
and beer.
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 It's bold of you to assume I'm drinking.
Okay, actually, hold on. I want to read the remaining subs that I have over the Walls introduction. Hold on a moment. I'm gonna... Oh my god, wait a minute. Hulk Hogan's skin is stretching over him like someone took like plastic wrap and wrapped it around his body.
But that's not his skin. He's
That is
wearing
obscene.
a suit over the top of his skin.
No, he's not.
He's wearing prosthetics. His face is a prosthetic.
It's not
Tell
true.
me a human
It's not
being looks
true.
like that. That's a fake mustache. Why is he's got
He
to
had
wear the
work
dude
done.
rag
He got work
back,
done.
like hide his regular hair so he can have the wig coming out the back.
Oh my god. Hold on. What if
He's
what
hiding the
if-
zipper.
What if they like vacuum wrap Hulk Hogan and only bring him out for for wrestling matches, except this time they forgot to give him time to completely like air out and stretch out again.
It's like a vacuum.
So he's still
steak.
wrinkly.
They're like unpack him 10 minutes before you want to cook him.
Yeah, exactly.
He may
Okay, I
be the
wanna-
only man I've ever seen who's redder than Mike.
He is very red.
Yeah.
Wandering Owl says, "Finally, some quiet time to myself." Fred says, looking out over the ruins of small-town America. "Finally, time to play games by myself." He walks over to his computer. It won't turn on. Fred is smiling, crying. "It's not fair." That is a quality reference. That is a fucking quality reference. Did you catch that? Wow.
Yeah. I get it.
Fuck yeah. I'll take that one. That's fine. I'll accept that one. I want to thank the subs who are here now. Hold on.
I don't know what that is. Oh, up there. That's on top of the.
Oh, I need to turn myself
hotel.
down for this bit.
That's about 15
Me right now,
stories
thank you for the 5 months. Juju Silent Owl for gifting out a sub to Sinisaur. That's the wall. That's the wall, brother. That's the sub, brother. Rip McGunbullet for the 24 months, 2 years. Hell yeah, brother. Gibby for the 100 bits. Mr. Fez for 6 months. Subaquatic Toaster gifting out a sub to the community.
Oh, this is tough on my throat.
Teleporting helicopter with 100 bits. They say Bigfoot is real and he tried to eat my ass. TBO for the 15 months, Razy for the 20, Fecal Wang for the 7 months, and Zuba Fitness for gifting out a sub to Ika Pika. And Protector of Jam for gifting out a sub to Furry Feet.
And he slinks off into the darkness.
Wow, that was timed perfectly.
I love it.
Ugh. I shouldn't have done that.
We need more pro
was a
wrestler
bad
Fred.
No, it was good.
That was a terrible bit. My throat's not happy with that bit. Fredrik Alex Jones Knudsen. The only way that you get to sound like Alex Jones is by like just drinking constantly, like whiskey, neat whiskey out of the bottle.
But something like Maker's Mark. Something that's like brutal.
Yeah. It's like it can't be smooth. It has to like bite you.
Like pure grain alcohol. He's just
Yeah.
moonshining.
It
He's
needs to be that Crystal Skull vodka.
Oh my god, you guys, wait. We've all been getting mad at Alex Jones for just reading the titles of articles and then making up their contents, but it's because he's being told the titles but is blind from all the moonshine. Also, Crystal Skull vodka is fucking hilarious. Nobody buys Crystal Skull vodka for the vodka. Everyone just buys it for the sick-ass bottle.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've considered it. That'd be awesome. Oh my god.
Your poor voice, Fred. Your poor voice.
That was
No,
that was a
he's
bad
got a-
idea.
This is the most YouTuber set of like recommendations I've ever seen, Fred. It's got a Family Guy clip, a house clip, and then a bunch of wrestling.
Well, that's because I'm on my like ASTRALINE brand account,
Oh, I see.
and I like just watch things for stream on there.
Oh.
You drinking tea 24/7, Fred. You are the gay, furry, libertarian twink version of Alex Jones. Wait, what do you mean libertarian? Wait, Wait, when did that happen? Okay, hold on a second. I've been assigned trans and now libertarian. I keep being assigned to things.
It's like you stepped on a political landmine and it just scattered your body
to the four winds
across a field of political realms.
I have a limb like laying disembodied in each of the four corners of the political compass. This is bad start. Off to a bad start. Fred is called a libertarian because he's a misogynist. Ah, there you go.
Oh, okay.
When have you ever seen me with a woman? Sorry, I should explain, Trey, that is a running gag. I grabbed Hina during Party Animals one day. I grabbed another streamer and threw her out into the cold. She screamed, "This is misogyny," and I screamed, "I hate women." And then they just kind of stuck. Man, I feel like there's so much lore to these streams at this point that like someone just coming in would be like, wait a minute, Fred is a misogynist, has massive testicles, what else? Like, what else have we accumulated?
You call women femoids?
Femoids.
Sorry.
This is what happens to a man who eats like American beef all day. Become a misogynist and get massive testicles.
You turn red.
Turn red.
Yeah, exactly. Just turn very red. Get shrink wrapped, vacuum wrapped.
When you want to be Hulk Hogan, but you turn into Jabroni Mike. I'm sorry, God, Mike. Please forgive me.
Mike is the platonic ideal of a streamer. Zumba Fitness says, "You are literally in lore of the stream, Harry from Disco Elysium." Oh yeah, and we collect.
No,
I was given. Okay, Hina gave me another 9/11 song. Speaking of, it's kind of. Well, I mean, like this one is popular. It ended up on like a big talk show host, like show. Hold on, I'll play a little bit of it for you guys.
Another 9/11 song has hit the stream.
There's a million reasons why I don't believe it.
Great voice.
There's a million reasons why it can't
Yeah,
be
thinking
true.
about the auto-tune.
Oh.
Well, that artificial edge.
Open fire, can't melt steel. It's not hot enough. It's not new, it's not a mystery.
This would be so much better if he like. I'll let him finish.
Wait, what's up?
When he's like, it's not hot enough, he should then be like, only our love is hot enough to melt steel beams, and it becomes a love ballad. That's what I think.
And
when you do
then
music
I
for a
go
long
and
time,
spoil it all by saying something stupid like 9/11 was an inside job.
I love you.
Also, I love you.
you're like on the phone, you're like, oh shit. I meant to say the first one.
May not answer. There's a million questions still to be resolved.
I'll link it in chat.
Out of 19 Muslim guys, 7 still remain alive.
No.
I know.
Check out the USS Liberty.
I'm not gonna cock block you guys here. I'll let the chorus play.
9/11, what went down with Building 7? It's a mystery to this day.
Hold on, this still from the video. I haven't been showing the video, but let me just show this to all of you. This is perhaps one of the most unintentional Tim and Eric things I've ever seen. This is a Tim and Eric bit.
Is this legit? No.
This is legit, yes. Yeah, no, this is completely
Oh
legit.
god.
Oh, my God. Sorry, my throat is still exhausted from screaming furry
high
feet like Hulk
response.
Hogan.
Yeah, this is the problem. You need to be trained as a wrestler before you do things you see wrestlers do. That's
Yeah.
why they have the advert thread where they say, "Don't try this at home." You didn't listen.
I'm sorry, I've been watching video essays about like Bam Margera. And I'm just like, oh, I could do that. Thanks for the 45 bits teleporting helicopter.
You probably could. Like, I could jump off a roof and break my ankle, but would I want to? I have more self-respect from that. I want to make my
Right.
living in a good way.
Yeah,
jumping off
instead you could be listening to 9/11 songs on Twitch and have more self-respect.
Yeah. You drag me down. That's the problem. I came here to talk about a documentary, and you're talking about fucking 9/11 songs, Fred.
Yeah.
This is the
important.
problem. No, I'm kidding. It's fine.
I am diminishing Ryan. So now,
I just saw,
like now,
I just saw
now that-
Lumpy Touch. Is this
yeah,
the
Lumpy Touch. Yeah, that is the Lumpy Touch.
Oh, I'm a
Lumpy
huge
Touch
fan.
hangs out here.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Lumpy stuff is so
That's
good,
awesome.
right? Yeah, Lumpy's a regular.
Fred
we-
pushes
Dang.
everyone to his level.
I got the chance to do a voice for a Lumpy Touch video a little while ago.
Damn.
Here, let me.
Jealous,
May I show
jealous.
off? May I show off?
Oh, of course, of course.
Okay, hold on. I did it. God, the balding Mario is so good.
Oh, look, there's a
There's
buckshot
some
roulette one.
singing too.
Yeah, there is a buckshot roulette one. I need to catch up. Here we go. Whoop.
On this dark night, an accursed ritual is being performed. Hooded figures gather.
I should note, by the way, I also do the chanting that comes up.
A meal has been prepared for the thing that lurks below.
Skibidi toilet, value, exceptional.
The time has come.
That's awesome. Sorry, that's awesome.
Thank you, Lumpy.
That's really impressive too. I will say. It's a good
thank
voice
you.
actor right there.
Thank you.
I
okay,
voice acted once too.
what
I
did
was
you voice
in,
act in?
I was in what's it called? I'm very proud. It's one of my proudest achievements. I was a little swamp creature in Worthy Kids Big Top Burger, a little episode.
Oh my god.
I was
Oh,
killed.
that's so exciting.
I was crushed by a meteor.
Oh, good.
What are the chances?
I still okay. I cannot get over the fact that the reason. So you know their video Wire, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole idea behind that was they wanted to make an AMV out of an anime that doesn't exist using a song that doesn't exist. Like, didn't exist. Like, it's an AMV, but every part of it is custom. So, like, they drew and animated it and also made the song. Which is just
Oh my gosh, I did not know that background.
powerful. Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's so powerful. It's so powerful. I love it. Yeah, Wire is really
Damn.
sick. It's like clown anime. Yeah, it's just an original music video, but in the style of an AMV.
Oh,
Damn.
more frog barking action. Sorry.
You're good. Alternate reality music
really dang
video.
cool.
Yeah, Worthy Kids is like too powerful. Like we have to stop them before they be like they already took over the internet with what the wizard beer. Did you see
Yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah.
Oh my god. They like took
Wizard
over the
beer.
internet with it. Hold on, I want to watch that now. Oh my god, I never really realized that their YouTube profile is just Slimer. It's an old Slimer toy. Oh my god.
I love
Okay, hold on.
Worthy. Worthy's awesome.
I love
Wait, is
the
it in
Franken
shorts?
Kermit.
It's got to be in shorts. Here we go.
Whoa, what a cool mountain! How did you get here? This is my secret mountaintop, where I brew my secret ale. Wizard ale, made fresh on the mountain by me and my army of little owls. Hey! We brew it and it's good and it's
It's you
delicious
guys.
and it's made of hops that we collect from the prairies, the distant prairies in the woods.
How's it taste?
Try some. It won't hurt you, but it may turn you more powerful and muscular. My body! Wizard beer, made fresh on the mountaintop by me and all of my owls from hops that they've coming to a tavern near you, except it won't because it's secret. Whoa,
It's so good. God,
Every like word is so dang good. It's so
it
good.
is. It's so powerful. Like Worthy Kids is powerful. Yeah,
And I
yeah,
like
and
beer,
there's so
so
many.
I'm on board as well.
Oh yeah, and it's all done in Blender in 3D. Like it's technically 3D animated,
insane.
which is bonkers. Coming to a tavern near you, except it won't because it's secret. I know. Okay, no, I know the energy. This is Alpha Busa energy. it's you hear it now, right? You hear it now, right? No, there's so many fan dubs. Where do you even go for it? Like, where do you even go to find all the fan dubs? Oh my god.
We are an hour in and we haven't even watched a documentary.
No,
I'd
yeah,
watch
but
it.
this is normal.
I know.
Classic.
No. Oh, that's awesome.
Alpha
it's funny.
Busa-
It's
yeah.
funny how many like animators there are out there that also like video essays. Must be like the grind, right?
So
lot
Venn
of
diagram.
How do you
Dead
mean?
air.
How do you mean the grind? Oh
They
yeah, yeah, like
grinded like not in that way, not in that way.
well, I know that
Uh.
there was a joke being made as the Eve video was nearing completion that like I was like one of my friends in the animation industry was like, you realize that 2/3 of the animation industry is going to watch your video, right? We keep
Oh,
we
exactly.
keep artists going. That's like why we exist.
What's his name? Zach from Smiling Friends. He watches my videos too, which is pretty
Aw.
fun. He hit me up
It's
once.
still-
He was like, "I made the pilot. I made the pilot while I was listening to your video." I was like, "Whoa,
Aw.
thank you. Made my whole day." I
That's
was
so
like, wow.
cool. It still is wild to me hearing like who watches my stuff.
Yeah.
It
Are
like it
there
kind
any
of
other
throws me
names
for a
you can
loop.
think of?
I mean, well, I know that Ashley, Ashley of gosh, like a million different things. Worked on the Has Been Hotel pilot. Is working on a new project right now. Let me see. I'm gonna pull her up.
That's
I haven't talked to her
cool.
in a while. I need to prod her and just be like, hey, yeah, Ashley Nichols. She's so like her on her profile, she's she's working on Farfetched. She's the voice of Zooble in Digital Circus and Lacey
No
in
way,
Lackadaisy.
dang.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, she's one of those people who just gets around in the animation, like in independent animation. She's like one of the foundations of it, right? Like if Michael, what is it, Kovac?
Yeah.
If Michael Kovac is the voice of all like internet indie animation, then Ashley is the pen. Yeah, she's like one of the queens.
That's really cool.
Keeps getting bullied by voice actors when she's working. Yeah. Okay. Hey, how about, speaking of like great works from great creators, there's this video I've been meaning to watch.
Is it the EVE Online video, Fred?
It's
Am I
Eve Online.
recommended?
Oh,
It's EVE Online. Yeah. I, of course, am talking about Harris Bomber Guy's Vaccines and Autism video.
I looked at that one too.
that's a good one too.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That is a good one. That is a very good one. But hey, would you like to start? I'm excited.
Sure,
I've been
sure.
saving this. I've been saving this.
Trey,
Seeing
I
what
have a
they-
question
Oh,
for you.
dang. So you haven't watched it? Oh, yes.
No.
What's up?
What inspired you to make this video? What was the?
Oh, that's a really good question. It's like a whole mix of. I've been working on this for like literally like 3 years. And I guess maybe it was like a mix of like I went to a Bigfoot museum. There's a Bigfoot museum near me.
Okay,
And
that
it
could
had
mean a
a
lot of
wall.
things.
No, Fred. Do
There's a
not drag us
Bigfoot
down.
museum. I love feet. No, no, no.
There you
It was, there's a-
You said it on stream. They're gonna clip that. It'll be
Clip
everywhere.
it, clip it,
I know.
You're done, Trey.
know,
What have
clip
you
it,
I
and
know.
done?
ship it.
I know. I know. It's bad.
Guys, whatever you do, do not clip that. I'm
Do not
begging
clip
you,
that.
do not clip that.
Clip it.
I'm sure they'll
Clip
listen.
it. Clip it. Now.
Is it okay? Is it weird? Is it weird that I have the opposite? I actually like hands. I think hands are kind of attractive.
No, that's valid. That is very valid. I get that. I can understand that one.
It's like
I'll go to
the
bat for
twink
you.
bones. It's like
Twink bone.
like what's the collarbone? The
The
collarbone
wrist
very,
bone's
very
connected
attractive. I
to
think that's
the
most
twink
attractive
bone.
part. Uh-oh, somebody's calling me Kiryu Shikage. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I didn't realize that.
Yowie boy.
Anyways, to answer Ryan's question,
Yes.
it's like a mix of, okay, so it was that museum had a whole exhibit about like Native American Bigfoot, and then also a huge thing was the book. The book that I examined for the most part of this video. I have it in my hands right now. It's called Giants, Cannibals, and Monsters, from a lady named Kathy Strain, who's a very respected Bigfooter, which is the nomenclature they like to be called.
I see.
They don't like to be called Bigfoot believers. They like to be called Bigfoot because they like there's an interview with Kathy specifically where she was like, I don't believe in Bigfoot. I know Bigfoot. So there you go. So in her book, I read it a whole bunch, read through it, and she had like this massive list of Native American names. And I was like, okay, how about I take the time to actually read every single one of these and see if it actually fits. And then I found a whole bunch of other stuff afterwards. I don't know. I just got so much. And then it was a deep dive after that where I bought her original sources she was citing and found stuff out about that. Asked tribes, asked their opinions. So yeah, it was a long journey, but yeah, the impetus was like mostly just like I've always had a general interest in Bigfoot and like cryptids in general, and it was mainly just that I was like I want to look into this thing that I never looked into before. There you go.
Right.
Long-winded explanation.
Suggesting that she has carnal knowledge of Bigfoot.
You're leaning back again, Ryan.
No, I'm not. I'm leaning forward.
What did
I'm speaking in-
knowledge of who?
Carnal null. Okay, no.
Kathy Strain has carnal knowledge of Bigfoot. That's her name, right? Kathy Strain.
I know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I don't know. I don't think that's. She's met Bigfoot. I've seen interviews where she's encountered Bigfoot, but I do not know that. I don't think so.
I was thinking of the person who claims that he had sex with female Bigfoot.
Oh yes,
Right,
Peter Keller or whatever his name is. He's like, I'm Peter Keller. I'm part of the Bigfoot community.
Yeah, yeah. Well, wait. I think that's it. Hold on. What is
Peter
it?
Kane. There you go. I think it's
Peter Kane.
Let me see
Peter-
if this is him. Oh yeah, this is
Yeah,
Peter
Peter
Kane.
Kane
Peter
dog
Kane.
training. Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe
Okay,
that's the
hold on.
Kane you were referring to earlier.
Here we go. Got
Hi,
it.
Peter.
This is my favorite Peter Kane clip.
Hi, I'm
Oh,
Peter
I love
Kane.
this
I'm
one,
president
too.
of the Bigfoot community. I can state without a doubt that is an actual goblin. They will show up anywhere, so it really isn't that unusual to see it at a shopping mall. They are intoxicating to be around. They'll just suck you in. Be careful, they are so cute. Now, I've never seen one in person, but I have seen a leprechaun by my barn.
I was hoping you'd show that clip. I love that clip so much. I can say that is an actual goblin.
I love how it just casually drops and he's seen a leprechaun by his barn at the end. It's just like no explanation beyond that. Duende.
How do these people own enough property to have a barn?
So like no this
America.
this dude is a dog trainer, except he lives out in the middle of nowhere and you have to drive way out. I think like my favorite part is that like his girlfriend is the only person who believes him. And
that's
my theory that I've concocted with Merryweather.
It's love.
Yeah, I know, right? My theory that I've concocted with Merryweather is that he actually believes he has slept with female Bigfoot. It was apparently like a non-consensual thing, but the way he talks about it so excitedly is like, I think he's like into the not being into it, if that makes sense. And then
Okay.
like it's kind of a fetish. But my theory is that it was actually his girlfriend in a Bigfoot costume. And now he says that he's slept with female Bigfoot. And like she says, like, I believe you. And it's secretly because she was the one who's gaslit him into thinking that he's slept with female Bigfoot. It's like, no one else believes me, but I believe you.
He talks about.
This just sounds like a really roundabout way to say you're not a furry.
That totally washes. Saying
I don't have
you're
any-
not furry totally goes down well.
I don't have any furries on my stream, do I, chat? None. None of you are furries, right?
He talks about Bigfoot.
Furry detection. Furry detection.
He talks about Bigfoot the way smokers talk about cigarettes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Intoxicating, delicious smell of a cigarette.
That is accurate.
But I do not want it near me.
There's some weird art of Bigfoot out there. I went to one of the Bigfoot museums, and there's like a twink Bigfoot that is like, you can tell. I don't know. I can tell it's lovingly made. I see a kindred spirit in that drawing. Maybe they gave him like little twink abs and stuff.
That's powerful. That's a powerful position to be in. You get commissioned to make a Bigfoot sculpture, and you're like, oh yeah, I know what I'm doing with this.
I'll just say, you can tell when an artist making a Bigfoot sculpture or drawing is straight, or if they're not. There's telltale signs. I can notice this.
I knew it. The LGBT conspiracy to gayify Bigfoot. They're trying to make Bigfoot trans. This is just the first step.
I like his name's Peter Kane and he's a dog trainer.
These are all facts.
Is Peter Kane even his real name? Or is it like a branding thing?
I think that this is a person. I'm so sorry to bring them up twice in one stream, but I feel like Peter Kane is the kind of person who walks around like stating their name for everyone, like their full name for everyone. Like hello, this is Chris from Western Chandler, Ruckersville, Virginia. Like he gives his full title, like he's a Victorian lord wherever he goes.
Like he's like a Roman in like ancient Roman times, where I'm Jebediah of this town of Bethlehem. Like,
right. Titus, yeah,
son of
Titus Uno.
Gorash.
He is like Titus Uno. Titus Uno. What was it? Certified account. What was it? Certified accountant. What was it? Oh fuck. I can't remember. Like he has a whole spiel. Titus Uno, certified public accountant, forensic certified public accountant, and chartered global management consultant. That's what it is. I got it.
I like how it's on his Twitter too. Apparently, it's in his Twitter handle.
It's in his handle. Wait. Seriously?
Maybe this is an impersonator. This might be an impersonator. I'm putting this in the Discord.
Okay. Let me see.
Titus Uno is a proper professional wrestler name.
It is.
That's Titus Uno, certified public accountant, forensic certified public accountant, and chartered global management accountant.
Consultant.
And soon to be WCW world champion.
Wait, I'm looking at...
Are we getting disagreements?
Oh, yeah, no. Unfortunately, this is a gimmick account. Yeah. Particularly because it's Chartered Global Management Consultant, I believe.
Oh, this is how you get them.
Yeah.
This is how you can tell a liar.
Yeah. I'm too powerful. No? I could.
This is the video essay. This is what we do. We find the little details.
I swear to God. Hold on. Okay, I'm looking it up on Amazon.com right now. Here we go. Dwight David. It is Chartered Global Management Accountant.
Oh.
God damn. I'm having like a Mandela effect moment.
Just having a senile moment, Fred.
I'm having an... Yeah, I'm
the Mandela effect isn't
moment.
The Mandela effect isn't real, but your senility is, Fred.
Ryan, I believe in a single instance of Mandela effect. All the other ones are fake. The only one I believe is the fruit of the loom.
I'm gonna fucking leave. No, I'm gone. Fuck you.
Okay, hold on.
I'm back.
There's so much evidence for it, though.
Damn it.
Just a mass delusion. Like,
thank you for the 100 bits, Ender, but also fuck you.
Which I guess is the Mandela effect. I feel like I was always confused as a child between the Fruit of the Loom logo and these tins of like hard sweets, hard candy,
right?
Sweets used to get because I feel like they may have had a cornucopia on them. So, yeah. So
right.
maybe that's it.
But like the fact there's like parody album covers and like South Park episodes where like they have the cornucopia in it doesn't make any sense.
Right. I didn't know that like parodies had the cornucopia. Oh.
Yeah, there's an album that's called like it's like a Titular Bells album that has a take on like it's a pun and it has the cornucopia and there's a South Park clip where Cartman's wearing like I don't know a pair of underwear and they show the label and it has a cornucopia. It's like why? Who would make that up?
This is a new episode.
Who would make that up?
I love. New episode coming up.
It bothers
I can
me.
tell. No, Trey, I can tell that you've really dipped. You've like dunked your head into the conspiracy like bucket because you're doing the who like what kind of person would do this? That is like that is very niche but classic conspiracy language. Like who would do such a thing? Right? Like who has the ability?
I know. I know, and it's really rich coming from me because this video is basically me doing the opposite, like criticizing people for doing that to Bigfoot.
Trey, I want to congratulate you on hacking the algorithm by making videos that you have to know are just going to get tons and tons of comments from the most head ass people. I haven't watched your what was it like Bible what was it like revisions of the Bible.
Yeah, changes to the Bible. Oh,
yeah,
God.
changes to the Bible. I decided I didn't have the time to watch it, like when I saw it, but I was like, okay, you know what? I'll check the comments and sort by new. I'm sure that it will be perfectly sane. And Oh my god,
No,
it is
no.
bonkers.
Fred, you
That
once
is
told
like the
me-
worst example where it attracts the most insane people out there in the world, and they get upset. They get so angry too about this stuff and stuff that's not even controversial. Stuff that's
I
just
know.
demonstrably true. Like, no, we have the book. We have the book that says it.
Fred, I once
Oh,
got a
man.
message from you at like 3 p.m. my time. I was drinking a cup of tea, but it's like 8 a.m. your time, and you just sent me this message. You're like, I'm reading the withheld comments on my videos, and all I had is this image. What is it? How for review comments? How for review? That's it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I had this image. There's an episode of The Simpsons where Homer eats like 100 slices of cheese, and he just sat in his pants with like, and he's just like, I think I'm blind. That's what I feel like the experience of reading the how to review comments on your videos must be like.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. I actually okay.
I've
I
already
got.
gotten. Oh, there you go.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I've already gotten a lot of crazy comments for this Bigfoot one that I was gonna bring up when we watched the video because oh man, got
Oh
some
my god,
crazy ones. But
please,
yeah, you
please.
go.
I was actually going to share. So on Twitter, I put out a call. I said if you were present, so I'm making a video on the Siege of the Baths in Foxholes War 106, and I just put out a call on Twitter, being like, hey, if you were there or you were like a part of this war and you have like video footage or like, or you just want, are you willing to be interviewed? Someone, like I said, hey, get in contact with me, right? I felt like that was a normal thing. And then I got a reply that seemed, normal. It was like, can you do a video like the Rat City again? It was more entertaining than 3 hours of video game lore. And someone just says, he's not exactly making videos just for Sammy BE084766498. Right. Then this person, Sammy Berry, replies, like, this is like coherent at the least, right? Then they reply, I've been watching his contact for years.
It's got contact.
I've been watching his contact for years. Then he goes in a 3-year hiatus to release that It's Just Like Has Been Hotel.
Has been hotel.
I did not realize until the following day that meant that they meant has been hotel. Has been hotel. I've been watching his contact for years. Ah, yes. Popular contact creator Fredrik Knudsen. We're expecting something great and we got that. How long have you been watching his content, if you don't mind me asking?
Someone in
His
chat asks,
content.
someone in chat asks, did Mike send that? Oh, we gotta stop ragging on Mike. Come on.
You're
We're
the
better
one who's
than this.
ragging on Mike.
No, I read a comment.
You.
That seems AI generated.
These
There
comments
loads
are
of,
wild.
There are loads of YouTube comments which are AI generated these days. It seems just like absolute nonsense. Like sound like they could be a comment on a YouTube video, and then it's just like completely irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
What's the point? Why? How does it benefit someone to do that?
Right, but I think it's just because it's so cheap and so easy.
Mm.
And then
Anything.
I think my favorite part of this is that they tried to write the word content twice and fucked it up both times.
I didn't even notice that. I thought he was.
couldn't-
I thought that was like the name of a drug, a prescription drug.
It might be. I'm gonna look up content. Content.
Content.
It is. This medication is used to help
It is? Oh,
relieve
shoot.
severe ongoing pain, such as due to cancer. Oh, it's an opiate. Content is
Oh, well, that
apparently
makes
an
sense.
opiate.
But like everything,
Okay.
every word's a drug basically these days. It's like every word's a freaking crypto. You know?
Yeah.
You released a song. What was the song you covered, Fred? Called? The name.
Iridium.
Iridium. There's an Iridium crypto.
Oh, of course there is.
I was like, I was like, nice crypto song, and then I was like, doing a loud Fred googling, and I was like, oh, it is actually a cryptocurrency. You can't escape the metaverse, Fred. It's coming for you.
Someone suggested that this. Yeah, I know. It's time for down the rabbit coin.
There must be
It's
a
going.
rabbit coin.
It's not going to the moon. It's going to the center of the earth.
Oh.
Got
Down
him.
the rabbit hole, silver-plated coin with colour. There's actually a coin, a 50p coin. But it's a Alice in Wonderland reference.
Right, yeah. Someone suggested that this was a result of speech to text, and I just can't imagine how much they must have been slurring their words if they were doing that. I've been watching his contact for years, and then goes on 3 and like they gotta be mumbling like hell, right? Like lockjaw.
Is he like Boomhauer?
I'm
Shatterbed.
watching contact for years, dangle man. Then goes on 3 hiatus. Really, it's just been like a hotel, man. You'll be expecting something great. But about that, man. How long you been watching his content, if you don't mind me asking, man?
Maybe he's like
Yeah.
a pro wrestler, and he's just screaming the text to speech.
Oh,
Yeah, it's Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
That's down the rabbit hole, brother.
I like the single reply is I think he's doing anime singing now. Which I don't know what anime singing is. It's
I love anime singing.
Referring to your cover.
it is. It's got to be referring to my cover.
Anime
But,
singing
like,
crypto.
Anime singing. Vocaloid?
Oh man.
Yeah, I know they're referencing the Iridium song, but I didn't know that anime singing was a genre. What is anime
Take
singing?
it, sweep in the nation.
Like, I know what they're
Sweep in the nation, some
referencing, but
people
like,
are.
Get with it, Grandpa.
yeah.
Fredrik.
get with the times. Fred's becoming an idol, finally. So anyway, Bigfoot.
Yes, Bigfoot.
We have been chatting, like longer than the runtime of the video at this point.
Oh my god, how is that possible? How is it possible?
Welcome to my fucking stream. Also, hey Chocolate.
It means we have a lot
thanks for
to
the
talk
500.
about, though.
Yeah. Hey Chocolate, thanks for the
Yeah,
500 bits. I wasn't worried at all about us like having things to chat about.
It's nice. I like it.
No,
When I was
Farah,
first starting out, I went on. Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
When I was first starting out on YouTube, I went on a live stream once, and there was just no conversation. And then like he had I guess he lived near a train track, so a train would go by and it was really really loud, literally on a train track, I'm assuming. And it was like, and he was like, "Let's stop for a second."
It's like
Please
there's
tell
a
me-
Union Pacific train going past at like 2 miles an hour for a city, sounding its horn constantly.
Please
That's
tell me that he
amazing.
did. Okay, wait. This is important. Trey, did he mute his mic as the train went by?
I don't think so. I think it was unmuted. It was unmuted. This was like years ago. This was like 5 years ago.
He's had like the background ambience to Half-Life 2. I used to live next to the train tracks. I think I always used to comment I had the loudest flat in the whole of the UK because I used to live next to Heathrow Airport, next to train tracks. So I'd have like low flying planes and passenger trains like shooting past at 60 miles an hour.
This is okay. There was definitely a bit of fantasy fulfillment in Now Zero. I think it's one of my favorite short stories at this point. It's the short story that inspired Death Note. In order to test his power, the main character crashes. Like he lives right underneath the approach line of an airport, and so he crashes a passenger plane flying over him to test his power. And it's like this is 100% like wish fulfillment on the part of the author.
Yep.
I want it. Okay, wait. Farah's saying.
His second plane has hit the Death Note. I was sat there trying to formulate a joke about this without saying, was it written by Osama bin Laden? And I failed. They beat me to it.
No, Farah, my point is they're saying anime singing like it's a genre. He does anime singing. Well, how is that different from normal singing? Don't sing while anime. This statement paid for by this is a PSA from the state of Wisconsin. Okay, I want to watch this fucking video. I'm excited. Gimme. There is no wall that will come between me and this video now.
Oh my god, it's
Hello there, guys. Yes, after all these years, Cryptid Profile is back.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Do you recognize that?
It looks like that one character from the Dark Crystal. The one who has the
woman with the
planetarium.
one eye.
Yeah, the woman who can like pull out her
Well,
eye
let me see.
and like has the planetarium. Hold on.
Let me see. This lady. Oh my gosh, she does. It does look like that lady. I've never seen Dark Crystal. Oh my god.
You never
That's
saw
awesome.
That crystal.
That
That's
What
fourth
else
one
does he
along.
remind me of?
these are.
Go on,
Augra. Oh my god, her name is Augra. As in Og, as in I. God damn it.
The fourth one along looks like William Dafoe.
Fourth one. Oh, these are all my pictures, by the way. These are all pictures I took at various museums in the U.S.
I was
These are
wondering-
so
The bottom one
powerful.
there. That one's from Florida because, of course, it's from Florida.
Yeah.
I was wondering why there wasn't a
Oh.
suburban Sasquatch in there. So that makes sense now.
The one in the bottom right is very beautiful. That's a very beautiful one.
That's a giant it's like 12-foot tall sculpture outside of Expedition Bigfoot in Georgia. Very nice sculpture. Me and my dad took a picture in front of it. Very nice.
Oh.
And today we are talking about Bigfoot, a highly requested cryptid that basically needs no introduction. Somewhere between 10 to 13% of Americans believe Bigfoot, or Sasquatch as it is sometimes called,
Wait a minute.
is a real living creature.
Yeah.
And that there is a small population of this elusive ape species.
Oh my god, philanthropist, thank you for the $50 tip. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Wait, did I miss another one earlier? I'm looking. Hold on, if I go... Did I miss one earlier from you as well? 20, like a $25 tip? Hold on. I want to like...
What's happening with the fish in this picture,
I'm
Trey?
scared now.
I was trying to figure out, this is in Port Angeles. This is like a mural at their like community center. He might be giving it to the eagle or stealing it from the eagle. I'm not sure. This Bigfoot has very long claws too. Look at its foot.
It does,
It's
yeah.
a very odd
Maybe it's
Bigfoot depiction.
his friend, his guide. I
Fella.
wouldn't have
Like,
made it
here,
without you.
take my fish.
Wouldn't have
I will
made it
now
without
proceed to
you.
pleasure you with this fish.
With this
Fred
fish.
dragging us down again. We're trying to talk about ontological truth, Bigfoot here, and Fred's like,
Wait,
what if we
wait
have
a-
sex with the fish?
Wait a fucking minute.
I had
Isn't
a
that...
delicious ice cream in front of this this mural. I was eating ice cream. There's an ice cream store right in front of it. It's delicious.
Is that the yin yang symbol?
Yep.
Ah,
Oh,
yes,
where?
classic American American symbolism. Native Americans were the first Taoists. Sounds like a that sounds like a proper
Oh, I
It-
didn't
it
even
makes me
notice
think,
the
right, like-
the yin yang. Yeah.
yeah. It's there. Look
Oh,
at that.
that's weird. That makes no sense.
No, it
still-
doesn't. I love it. Hold on, I wanna like
'Cause
what
this
is
is
it
this is
doing
Port
there?
Angeles, which is in Washington. Yeah. It makes
This
no
has-
sense. I mean, maybe they're like, oh, the Asian American community. I don't know. It doesn't make
Yeah,
much
that- I
sense.
was
It's got-
thinking. I was thinking.
It's got an element of like Chinese propaganda to it. It should have like Mao's face in the middle of it as well.
See, my first thought is this has like a similar energy to black people were the first Jews, like that conspiracy theory.
Oh yeah. Or like oh gosh, I don't want to say like we was Kangs because that's like the derogatory term for it. But
It is-
yes, that
no,
kind of
it's
stuff.
that group. The Black Israelites. That's what it is.
Yeah. Still hiding out within the forests of North America. Without a doubt, it is the most famous and most sought-after cryptid. There is so much material to
Did I eat all of those? Oh, I have got to cut down.
discuss when it comes to Bigfoot, to the point that you could build and there's my people hand. have
Hey.
The twink.
Oh, you do have twink
my
hands.
little twink hand.
Yeah.
And, well, I had to hold it up to that because that's a Bigfoot handprint or alleged to be one, and it's like giant. It's like a Shrek hand. Like that is a big person, whatever. If it belongs to Bigfoot.
So Trey, if you had
Donkey.
to delineate
Yeah.
the differences between Shrek and Bigfoot, what would you say the difference? It's fine. I'm just kidding.
Well, apparently, from what I've learned from people commenting on this Bigfoot video, there's people that believe Bigfoot uses fire, lives in houses, and likes beer, likes Bud Light. So I'm assuming the line is getting like decreasingly like less and like thinner and thinner between Bigfoot and Sasquatch, or Sasquatch and Shrek. Look at that hand. That's a giant hand right there.
It is. I like the suits as well that are just like
Oh yes.
pretty obviously just a dude in a costume, and all I can think of is this.
Dave!
Oh.
Dave!
We'll get there.
Like how he kills him by throwing the hand at him. He died.
Oh, hey, Lumi. Oh, dating wolf raid, smooch hunter raid. Aw. Hey, Trey, quick smooch.
Why does he
That's
get a
what the
smooch?
Because he doesn't drink beer. I don't know.
that.
Do you drink beer? I don't know. Hold on, I need to
don't
come
drink-
up
I
with
hate
a
beer.
reason. I need to.
How can you be a Red Letter Media
drink
fan
fruity
and not
drinks.
drink beer?
I drink fruity drinks. I need to drink something that like is like candy in a glass, which is alcohol mixed in.
Should get you drinking some stouts.
Hey,
I
Lumi,
usually
thank
do.
you.
I don't drink often too.
Lumi, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, everyone. We have Trey the Explainer on, as well as our mutual composer, Ryan, to watch
Yes.
The Native Bigfoot, which is Trey's new video.
Bigfoot.
The Native, yeah. So we just got raided by Lumi. Lumi's in the same agency as I am, where we are gen mates. Yeah.
Hey,
But what were
Lumi.
you doing today,
Nice.
Lumi? Or if Lumi had to run, or is just tired, what were you guys up to today? Musically polyamorous relationship, yeah.
Calling me your
exactly.
mutual composer.
Oh, what I was up to?
Go on, Trey.
We share you.
What
we share
Lumi
you.
was up to, because Lumi raided in, and she was streaming.
Oh.
Dating sim, good.
People have built
Musically
entire
polyamorous
museums
relationship.
and
So
libraries
hit play.
around the creature. Because of this, I thought it best to start by examining just one aspect.
This is beautiful.
Oh yeah,
Also,
yeah.
this is a
That's
beautiful
I talk about it later in the video. That's based on a real mask of a gagid. It's like a creature. I talk about it later, and it's a replica based on one that's in the American Museum of Natural History.
Okay.
Very cool. I think it's on display still. I've never been though. Of the Bigfoot phenomena, and for the time being, ignore everything else. Ignore the footprints and the photographs and the eyewitness reports and the butt prints. In preparation for this video,
Oh my god, Ryan, do you think that the person who does asshole readings could do a reading of Bigfoot's butt print?
I totally immersed
Ryan refuses to answer.
to address that.
Honestly based.
Are you ignoring my message where I said I'm running to the toilet? Carry on without me for 2
Oh,
minutes.
I missed it.
Oh, shoot. My
That's
bad.
why I'm
sorry,
answering.
I was too busy looking at Bigfoot's ass print.
Where did they get the aspirin from?
Let's see.
It's,
In May of
it says on that
1993. East of Walla
Yeah.
Walla, Paul Freeman discovered tracks that led to a sandy bank along Dry Creek. The Sasquatch apparently sat down on the edge of an elevated bank and left a distinct imprint of its derriere, which Freeman cast. Yeah.
I saw this in person. I got very close.
Oh. What it?
I don't
What it
really
smell
see it
like?
though. I don't. Is it a thin ass?
That's a well, no. Like these are the butt cheeks, and this is the crack.
This is the
So like,
cheeks. That's a deep crack. Oh my gosh.
so yeah, no,
He was
yeah,
really in
like,
that mud.
yeah, no. He like if Bigfoot decided to throw it back, it would bounce. Officially.
We could make like a like replica based on this cast, right? We could make a reconstruction of what the ass actually looked like based on this cast. Some experimental cryptozoology there somebody needs to do.
Oh yeah. Thank you, Frosty. And hey, Trev, thanks for gifting us up to Penguinizer and for the 500 bits. And the 100 bits before that. And the 100 bits before that. Thank you.
Butt prints? In preparation for this video, I totally immersed myself in Bigfoot believing culture. The culture of the 10 to 13%
Hey.
of
Like
3 years people ago fully convinced that Bigfoot exists. I love the
Built
tits
like
on
a
this one.
built like a brick. Oh, I
This
love
was in
the
a gas
nipples.
station. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous statue. The face, the tits, the abs. Oh my gosh. Culture of the 10 to 13%
The triple threat.
of people
Literally washboard abs.
fully convinced that Bigfoot exists.
God, look at I want I want like a VTuber outfit based on this now.
Kind of looks like Gordon Ramsay.
The eyes.
It's fucking
The eyes. I want the eyes
raw.
to stay like that.
Is fucking raw.
I wanted to truly understand their position and why they are so convinced. I watched several Bigfoot documentaries, read several Bigfoot books written by Bigfoot experts.
The Sasquatch people and the interdimensional connection.
Yes,
see
I
you're
read
partnering-
both those.
You're partnering with Stellaris to do some astral planes promotion. I see.
Look
By
at the one
way,
beneath it though. Look at Forbidden Bigfoot.
Forbidden. That
yeah.
is really good. Like that is written.
I love Forbidden Bigfoot.
I 100% believe. Like I feel. I can't explain it, but that is drawn by someone who like reads Bigfoot erotica. Like I.
Well,
I can't.
I read
explain
that
it.
book in the. It is genuinely the craziest book I read. Where she believes. Okay, Ryan, you might know what I'm talking about. Like wind knots. You know what a wind knot is? It's
No, I don't.
these horses get these knots in their manes from just being out in the
Okay.
field and wind blowing it. And she believes that wind knots are caused by Bigfoot coming up to horses and then braiding their hair. And she has pictures of her
she-
horses, and it's like Bigfoot came in
But how
and
does
braided
she
my
explain
horse's
them,
hair.
like getting wind knots in Herefordshire? You know, how does she explain that? 'Cause we don't have.
I think
Bigfoot
she's like
in
one
the
of the
West country.
she's the fringe that believes Bigfoot is. You see, there's a flying saucer there.
Oh,
She
okay,
believes
okay.
Bigfoot is an alien. I know.
I love the idea that like one of like that the aliens are real and one of their favorite pastimes is being bad at braiding horses' hair.
It's just a mischievous little monster. Gonna mess up your horse's hair.
Just mush them up a bit.
Experts and visited several Bigfoot-themed museums across the country. It was a long journey that took.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait.
What?
Oh, no? Well, listen here, Missy. Computers may be twice as fast as they were in 1973, but your average voter is as drunk and stupid as ever. The only one who's changed is me. I've become bitter, and let's face it, crazy over the years. And once I'm swept into office, I'll sell our children's organs to zoos for meat, and I'll go into people's houses at night and wreck up the place. Well,
to be fair, I remember reading somewhere that when Nixon told his psychologist when he looked in the mirror he saw nobody, and if he looked in the mirror and saw Bigfoot, I guess that could be considered an improvement.
But no, he looked in the mirror, saw Bigfoot, but didn't believe Bigfoot existed. So he saw nobody. Yeah. Also, hey, Gray Matter, thank you for the 13 months. You arrive late to a Fred stream and weird shit is happening. Yeah.
I see people commenting Gimlin, Patterson Gimlin. They are responsible for that famous Bigfoot video. It's the Patterson Gimlin film.
Ah, okay.
Where it's the one with the arms swinging.
Yeah. The whoop, whoop. Yeah. You can see. Like, it's so iconic.
Yeah, that's them. Those are the guys that recorded
over 2 years, and from coast to coast of the United States. I saw things you people wouldn't believe. Out of all the evidence I encountered, there was one aspect of Bigfoot that the anthropologist in me found most intriguing. And this was the claim that Bigfoot, or Sasquatch as we know it, commonly appears in Native American stories and folklore.
Okay. This sounds like white people are saying, no, seriously, it's real. My Native American friend can vouch for me.
You are, and it's not even that. It's that they lie. Well, not lie. Let's say not lie. They allegedly lie and say.
Trey, our lawyers said you can't say lying.
Allegedly, let's just say if you contact the actual native people that that they claim to be talking to, they're like, no, I didn't actually say that. So it's like another level of that.
Fuck.
Oh god.
The indigenous peoples of North America,
Fred, you're exactly right.
I mean, it's white people shit. Yep.
And variously known as Native Americans, American Indians, or First Nations, have been living on this continent for tens of thousands of years.
I did this here to cover my butt because
they
people will always complain which one you use. If you use Native American, if you use Indian, and it's like, and if I talk to them, they're like fine with literally any of them. But people in my comments have already gotten like complained about it. It's like, Indian is wrong. You should never say Indian. It's like, no, I talk to them. They're fine with it.
They don't.
It's just a word they use. Yeah, man.
I think that people like white people really like getting in those arguments because it supports the idea that all they have to do is change their language to fix racism. Like, if only we referred to them as like the thing they want to be referred to, like that would fix everything. Right? It's sort of an excuse for like not actually engaging with the problem.
Yes. Yeah, that's exactly it. And it's exactly it where they don't even bother to ask their own opinion, like the actual people they supposedly represent.
Right, but they don't ever
they're
consult
arguing
them
on behalf of one.
Right, but I think that those people aren't ever actually consulted because it's not about them.
Right.
It is ostensibly about them, but it's not actually about them.
Yes.
That's my
Yes,
suspicion.
exactly. Exactly.
Dreaming and thriving in this land. And
he's having a great time. Yeah.
Like any other.
Oh yeah, these are cool. These were at the Denver Art Museum. These were all at the Denver Art Museum. Beautiful. I like the little guy.
Like the
He
little
looks
fella.
like Oregon Trail.
I was gonna say
people. They told stories.
Pixel art.
Stories about anything and everything. From what plants were safe or poisonous, to recollections of long-standing feuds between different tribes, to
talking about how they achieved times in Drag Race for the NES that are completely impossible.
humanity's place in the cosmos and the origins of the universe. Legends, mythologies, histories, and any other type of story you can think of. For the majority of history, many of these people did not have writing, and so these stories and traditions were passed down by word of mouth from generation to generation. Whole Bibles worth of information kept alive by skilled storytellers and elders. Some, but unfortunately not all of these stories survive to this day within living communities. Some of these have even been recorded on pen and paper and translated into English for outsiders to enjoy. A significant amount of Bigfoot enthusiasts have taken a keen interest in these Native American stories, as they believe the creature known to us.
I'm sorry, just look, like, seeing images of Native Americans and then all of their art and then just seeing a wall of photos of white people. It's just, I'm sorry, it's just, there's something comedic about it to me.
I know. That wall is at Expedition Bigfoot, the museum, and it's like, oh, look at all the Bigfoot researchers we have, and they're just like, literally every single one of them is an old white guy. It's like, come on, we couldn't have even gotten like a woman on this wall.
I know that, like, I don't know if it was intentional, but the juxtaposition is amusing.
A keen interest in these Native American stories, as they believe the creature known to us as Bigfoot was commonly known to the various cultures and tribes of the past by a different name. Although each tribe had a unique name for the creature we now call Bigfoot, many seem to describe the same entity. Of course, none of these stories directly use the term Bigfoot, but that would be expected since the term was only invented in the 1950s. Native Americans and First Nation peoples have been in North America for thousands of years. Their interaction with the environment left them as experts of nature. If Bigfoot is real, Native people would have the earliest and longest contact with the species. Their experiences would be recorded in their stories and traditions. This concept, that descriptions of a creature like Bigfoot can consistently be found in the stories of tribes across North America, is widespread within the Bigfoot believing community.
I just want to say,
For example,
this picture's absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, it is, yeah. No, this
Oh
is
yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I commissioned somebody to make it. I'm gonna butcher his name. I feel bad.
It's in the corner.
He was
Ettore
awesome.
Mazza?
Spread. Ettore Mazza. Yes, there you
Ettore
go.
Mazza,
I was gonna butcher it. Yes, he's awesome. He does a lot of thumbnails for other anthropologists and people that do history and archaeology. And I was like, I want to hire this guy. Yeah, he's great. He's fantastic. These are all based on like sketches I made. I made little doodles, and he's like, I can do that, and it was good.
Aw, nice. That's awesome. I'm sorry. I love their interaction with the environment left them as experts of nature.
Yes, we call this something in anthropology. I've learned about this in classrooms where it's like
really?
the fern gully effect, where you kind of treat native people like as like they're like the Na'vi and Avatar.
Yeah.
This is a tendency white people tend to do, and they definitely have a knowledge and an expertise of nature. But yeah, it's like exoticized.
Right. Like that. I feel like understanding nature is like just a part of existence of every culture.
Yes. Yeah.
Like that's not like maybe like they just understood maybe ecology maybe more than other people, right? Like maybe that was a focus for them, but like this is it's so general, it's so generalized as to mean nothing, right? Like physicists,
right?
Like who are the real masters of nature? Well, like arguably physicists, right? Because like they're the people who are working with the basic like forces and building blocks of the universe.
Who would win in a nature fight? A physicist or like a farmer?
The farmer, because he stuffs leaves in his pants and is padding. He thinks to do that. while the physicist just like goes out there in his stupid lab coat.
Yeah, See, that's exactly what they're saying. What they're kind of getting at here is that these Native American people would know more than biologists or zoologists or park rangers and stuff like that.
Right.
Is kind of the argument that I'm getting here is that like, oh, like the zoologists say that Bigfoot isn't real, but look at us. We talk to Native Americans and they say this, and then when you actually talk to the Native Americans, they don't actually even say that. So, oh boy.
Farmer has a pitchfork. That's why Gordon Freeman survived Black Mesa, because he was a scientist, but he had a crowbar.
Ah, yeah.
That's it. That's all you need. Just a melee weapon.
Yeah, if a scientist is like Gordon Freeman.
If you put two people in a room, the guy with a melee weapon wins.
Spread within the Bigfoot believing community. For example, the Expedition Bigfoot Museum in Georgia devotes an entire section.
This is a gorgeous sculpture. Like, some of these Bigfoot sculptures
it's like made out
have
of like
been
twigs.
awesome. Yeah, like I love that idea, and the face is gorgeous. I don't know. I'm just
it's
like,
huge too.
I'm behind this. I like some of these sculptures are gorgeous, and yeah, the size, it must have been so imposing. Anyway, I think that there's some good artistry on display in some of these places.
I criticize the Expedition Bigfoot, but it's a genuine. I've been 2 times. It's a very nice museum. The people there are nice. I think they're just a little misled is the problem. Yeah, but it's a great museum if you ever get the chance. They serve cookies there. They give out free cookies, which is nice.
Hey.
Of the museum to this claim. An exhibit shows a wall of masks and artwork claiming to be Native American depictions of Bigfoot. There is an animated movie that repeats this claim, and even a sign that displays a list of 76, quote, Native American Sasquatch names. Likewise, Bigfoot documentaries commonly reserve a segment of the runtime to briefly mention Native American stories, supposedly describing a creature like Bigfoot.
The names of the creature across the country vary from tribe to tribe. Stickman, Basket Woman, Yayali. Yet descriptions are remarkably similar, despite the large distances between tribes.
Ah, yes, the History Channel.
I know. Distances would make it difficult, if not impossible,
to share information about the creature.
I love the idea. Like, Native Americans did not understand walking during the early years.
It's such bullshit too, because if you're an archaeologist, you know that there's a lot of evidence of cross-continental trade. Like, we have like teeth of sharks from Florida all the way to like in Yellowstone and the Great Lakes, and obsidian from Yellowstone in Mississippi and in California and stuff. It's like, it's totally not true. Like, they totally shared information. And that's why a lot of their stories are pretty similar. There's similarities across the continent, probably because they were sharing information. Also, a lot of these tribes were relocated later. Like, a lot of East Coast tribes are in Oklahoma now. I know, yeah. I have so many problems with what people say, but like, you can't, like, there's so much to say that I can't even really fit it in the video.
Right, it's like, this is wrong in novel and complicated ways.
Yes.
It's wrong on a level in the UK that it's illegal.
You're kind of quiet, Ryan.
Oh, sorry, because I'm leaning back again. Sorry, I'm just... they've got a very tippy chair. I feel like it's on a level where it would be illegal in the UK. Because it's just so incorrect, you know? I was talking the other day, you know how, like, Jerry Springer in the US is fake? But they used to have talk shows like that in the UK, and they had to be real. So they were, like, darker in a lot of ways.
Right.
Because it would break Ofcom rules. But maybe it's not. It's just so vague. It's like, but at the same time, I feel like that's not true. It's obviously not true.
Right. It's like,
people could walk long distances.
Yeah, it's like, that's like,
and yeah, as people are saying, like, the tribes were like moved multiple times, like from the west to the east, and then east all the way to west again. Yeah, people are right. And then also, it ignores the fact that, like, there were towns and cities of Native Americans too. This is something a lot of people don't recognize.
Right.
Yeah, sorry, I interrupted you.
No, it's okay. This is so obnoxious because if you think about, like, the most human, like, the two traits that set apart humans from all other life on the planet, those two traits would be intelligence and stamina. Mm-hmm. Like, the human stamina is actually remarkable. Like, in the natural world.
It's insane,
yeah. It's
those videos where, like, people, like, chase antelope until they tire. It's crazy.
Right. Yeah, it's just like, humans can go, I know that I can run longer than you. And that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, and then to just like completely write this off is hilarious. Just
Lauren Coleman, a prominent cryptozoologist and Bigfoot expert, once stated, "The first Americans acknowledged these hairy races, and their tales come down to us in the records that ethnographers, folklorists, and anthropologists have preserved in overlooked essays on hairy giant legends and myths. Examining these closely, a pattern begins to emerge of Bigfoot revealed." The local Native American, Native Canadian, and Inuit accounts discuss the ancient traditions of these hairy human-like beings with words special for each linguistic and tribal group. It is often driven home that these descriptions are not of spiritual or supernatural beings, but real flesh and blood
they have
creatures.
to clarify that.
There is no tribe that suggests that he is anything other than a physical being.
what the fuck? Why is he wiggling? Why is he wiggling? Wait, he was just fucking
That
wiggling.
video is insane. That video is insane. That video was like made by somebody using like some cheapo 3D animation software, and like at one point they didn't want to have to make a model for like a ape, so they just got a cube and stretched like a JPEG file across the cube on every single side of the cube and like had it roll into like a forest. The video is crazy. That plays at the museum.
Looks
And it
like
has like this little Native American guy dancing.
I need to do
boss battle
something.
from Final Fantasy VII or something.
Let me see. Let me see this. I think I have a picture of the cube.
Oh, gimme.
Cube. The Gigantopithecus cube.
This is a screenshot.
Yeah, here it is.
The upcoming Cube sequel.
Oh yeah, yeah. Here's the Gigantopithecus cube.
There are a lot of people
Put it in
watching
the Discord
this, right?
chat.
Did
Oh yeah,
anybody
it
laugh?
was packed that day.
Did
It was
anybody
packed that day, and I
laugh?
had to sneak photos of it because I knew they would get upset with me. You're allowed to take photos in Expedition Bigfoot, but like I didn't want people to look at me weird for taking photos of the TV screen.
He's pirating the Bigfoot movie. Get him! Just grab a bat on his
Yeah, exactly. And if you notice above the TV screen, this is in the theater room. There's a Bible quote.
How many museums have you never been thrown
Psalms.
out of? Because you would.
I haven't been thrown out. Well, okay, I did get thrown out of the Denver Art Museum, but they were being too mean to me. They were being too strict. I was getting too close to the sculptures and stuff. It was BS. They were profiling me.
Get that twink.
No, I think that's right. I think they saw me. I'm a young guy. I had a little mustache at the time. I think they were like, he looks suspicious. Get him.
People with mustaches are always hiding something.
Okay, let me. Here. I got it. I was at a Bigfoot museum this morning. I was not expecting to see the Gigantopithecus cube.
With the Bible quote in the corner.
Yeah.
The
This-
mustache.
And it was a full house. It was packed.
What the fuck?
Oh, do you want to
God.
hear? Well, I sent this to you, Trey, and I sent this to you, Fred. Somebody said the mustache was smuggled Bigfoot hair. A lot of musical, bows, cello bows and stuff will have mammoth bone in them.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, you told me about that. That's really cool.
Because it's far more common than ivory, and it's legal to put in bows and stuff. Most people,
Weird,
my
that's crazy.
colleague had to have theirs like tested because to take it through, sometimes they will have ivory in, and like a lot of bows are made out of basically wood and materials that are illegal to build them out of these days. But people have ones made like 50, 100 years ago. And they had to have it analyzed. They had a certificate saying it wasn't like, I don't know, made in the last 10 years. And have an analysis done on it. And all the parts of it are like endangered animals, including mammoth ivory, which is, you know, in the frog of the bow.
I'm going crazy and I'm trying to find something.
I was like, yeah, Fred's gone. He's just Googling.
I just like
The cube.
focused in the cube. I just like
gonna hack him
focused
out.
in like an absolute moron.
This while we wait, this quote: "There is no tribe that suggests he's anything other than a physical being living in the same physical dimensions as humans and other animals." This is something they say a lot to cover their butts, where they're like, "Oh, they don't mean that Bigfoot is a spiritual being. They mean it's a real animal." And if you actually talk to tribes, they literally explicitly don't believe this. Like I talk to people and they're like, "No, no, it's spiritual." They're wrong. The dance is pretty funny. Oh man. He's like dancing to a Bigfoot if you notice. There's a Bigfoot standing there and he's dancing around him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not Bigfoot. Okay, I understand.
That's all I could
Look,
think
he's
of.
like
I'm
frozen.
sorry.
He's not moving.
Dimensions as humans and other animals.
Landmark Bigfoot expert John Green once criticized anthropologists in general for underappreciating or ignoring Indian accounts of the Sasquatch.
How dare
I am
you
certain
guys?
that they would treat the Sasquatch by any of its various names as a mythical being, no matter what an Indian informant might tell them.
Not the John Green of what the Vlog Bros, right?
No, different John Green.
Different John
He's
Green.
responsible. So this particular John Green is responsible for giving us the word Sasquatch. It's his fault. We wouldn't have had Sasquatch without him.
He's very 1950s looking.
There are countless Bigfoot books.
Like, hello.
No matter what, the Indian.
Smells of cigarettes.
Oh man.
Scotch.
Hello, I'm Patrick Cox.
Abuse.
He got his coiffed hair. His coiffed hair.
Its various names as a mythical being, no matter what an Indian informant might tell them. There are countless Bigfoot books and publications that promote or at least discuss this idea. Several pieces of indigenous artwork are often claimed to be depictions of
the
Bigfoot.
mask.
Many gift shops around the country sell merchandise using similar portrayals of Bigfoot that imitate Native American art styles. The notion that Native Americans and Bigfoot have an ancient and deep connection is so commonplace that it even ends up in Bigfoot movies, like the critically acclaimed Suburban Sasquatch.
Oh, bless you.
Even one of the most popular alternative names for Bigfoot, the Sasquatch, has Native American origins. Bigfoot being supported by Native American folklore is so commonplace that it has seemingly been accepted as fact by the entirety of the Bigfoot-believing community. It is something nobody even seems to question within these circles. Bigfoot proponents find the prevalence of these stories to be strong evidence confirming the existence of an upright walking, non-human ape existing in North America for thousands of years.
Approaching campers and asking for some of their bacon.
It shows that the creature is not a recent phenomena, but something people on this continent have been seeing for a long time. And I will admit, it would be strange if the indigenous peoples of the Americas, who lived here for tens of thousands of years, didn't record the existence of something like Bigfoot if it existed. It is perfectly logical to infer that if Bigfoot existed, creatures matching its description.
He looks like he binge ate logs and feels bad about it.
This is a funny story. This is in, I think it's in Tennessee or something. And we pulled over on the side of the road because we saw it. We were on like a road trip. I took a picture of it, and the guy who carved it is like standing just off screen there on the right. And he was like, God. And I gave him a thumbs up, and he gave me a thumbs up, and then we went on our way. It was pretty cool. It was nice.
Maybe he was.
Yeah.
Maybe
it's
he
a
was.
self-portrait.
I like how sad this one is. There's like a melancholy to it. There's
like, they could never know. They could never know who I really am.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he just lost his wife.
No, no, Fred. Poor guy.
His wife was a log.
His wife was a log. His life got turned into a table.
Why does God only gives his strongest warriors his biggest Tumby hort?
Should appear in Native American stories and art. And Bigfoot believers, or Bigfooters as they sometimes call themselves, claim this is in fact the case. The evidence is all around us. But
Stupid
is it
echo.
really, though? Here's the thing. Throughout my research, I saw a lot of Native American words and artwork thrown around and quoted in books, TV shows, and museums. But most of these sources leave it at that. They don't dig deeper than the surface level or really tell you what these stories say about the creatures named. It appears that few people, even within the Bigfoot community, have actually taken the time to go through these stories and examine the details. And as far as I know, nobody has done something this extensive from a skeptical point of view. I wanted to come in as an outside party to investigate the veracity of such a big claim. Are Bigfoot-like creatures really mentioned in Native American stories,
also gorgeous.
legends,
Yeah,
and
it's
folklore?
really nice.
I know, it's such a pretty illustration. I like how he
To
did the
begin
mask.
my
too.
project, I thought it best to gather a thorough list of all the names claimed to represent Native American
It's like a
accounts
fire hazard.
of
It
Bigfoot.
looks so dry.
Assembling a list like this wasn't that hard. As mentioned in the intro, the
sorry.
Museum Expedition Bigfoot provides its visitors with one such list, containing the
Sorry, I
names
just
of
have this
76
image of the Bigfoots burning down and melting, and people looking on sadly as their kind of faces slowly like melt away.
They just look so dry. They're near like a lamp directly on them at all times. I don't know. When I was there, I was like, that looks dangerous.
Yeah, that, they do look distressingly dry. I can't. There's some dry quality to them. I guess I can just imagine touching it. Is it just me, or does every grandparent's home have some sort of material that looks like this?
If
It's
not
just
in
like
the
kind
house,
of dusty.
then the grandparents themselves.
Yeah,
There's a comment that says Bigfoot intercourse, and I can't unsee it now.
different creatures, and the Native American culture groups or tribes from which they originate. Lists like
Wait. Yeah, not available.
these are
Not
common
available.
among...
I thought that was a name at first. Not available.
This is a bad list. I'll get into it, but this is a very bad list because I broke it down bit by bit.
Okay.
There's
Bigfoot
more lists. Look,
publications.
there's tons.
I
too.
collected at least
Whoa.
6 different
Yay.
ones. But there was one list that was well regarded as the most comprehensive collection of indigenous stories and a must-read for any cryptozoologist. A book titled Giants, Cannibals, and Monsters, Bigfoot in Native Culture by Kathy Moskowitz-Strain. Whenever I tried to find information on the native Bigfoot,
I guess you could say the book was a strain to read.
I have two
It
tracks
was.
in the soundtrack.
It was.
Was it?
I have 2 tracks in the soundtrack. One called Giants, Cannibals, and Nonsense, and another one called Virulent Strain. I
it's
want
funny.
Okay, you like, a lot of you might not know, but Ryan always names his song, usually names his songs as puns.
Yeah,
I love
think
seeing the names of the tracks.
And my favorite one, and I think it's still the best one ever, is the Dolphin House. And I know that's how you discovered me, Trey, the Dolphin House soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
And one is entitled Citation Needed, because it's the tunnels need
citation needed. God.
Mike
Genius.
mentioned it
It's
on his
genius.
stream. Mike mentioned it on his stream, and he thought it was the best thing he'd ever read. I don't think I can top that. I don't think I'm ever. I've peaked with Citation Needed.
Mike also thinks that yogurt mail is the funniest thing ever, though. So
don't bring me down, Fred. Don't drag me down into your session. Oh, I should give you a
It's,
statement. I have got the dog here, so if you hear any honking, it's not me.
Oh,
It's
okay.
the dachshund.
Okay.
Aw.
She's
It's funny that you made a pun out of Kathy Strain's name, because one of the tribes that I spoke to has a nickname for her, an unflattering nickname.
What?
Can you tell?
Yeah. I don't know if I can tell or not. I won't tell. It takes strain. It's a strange, I guess. It's not a super mean nickname. It's just like,
Oh, okay.
it's she's not well
but not a-
liked. Let's just
It's
say
not
that.
It is not it is not like a super intense nickname, but it's not kind.
It's not kind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Amber
yeah.
Rosin, thank you for the 14 months.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah,
kept on
she's a
encountering-
main character in this video.
Okay.
Kathy Strain.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Kathy. I don't trust any Catherine that goes by Kathy.
This is the second time you've insulted my mother, Fred, who goes by Catherine.
Okay, no. I should specify, like, in an official capacity, right? Like, you're putting your name on a book, you put your name, like your full name, not your nickname, right? Maybe she's trying to be the cool aunt.
Whatever you say, Fred. Trey.
Like, look at my channel name, you motherfucker.
This particular book and its author. I found it in the gift shops for both Expedition Bigfoot in Georgia and Sasquatch the Legend in Forks, Washington. Yes, I visited both these locations in person for this video. Several famous Bigfoot influencers and experts have recommended this book. Kathy.
His legal name is Fred Holman.
Moskowitz Strain herself is highly regarded among Bigfoot experts. She gave a lecture on Native American knowledge of Sasquatch at the International Cryptozoology Conference in 2006.
Men are so white.
I know. That's the thing about the Bigfoot, especially the Bigfoot community. Oh my God, it's very, very white. It's very, very white, and it's a bunch of white people meeting up and talking about stuff that they really aren't familiar with.
Yeah, stuff about Native American. Yeah, it's like a bunch of white people getting together to talk about Native Americans. It's like
the craziest thing for me is that they just don't even bother to ask. Is something I found out. Where talking to actual Native Americans, they're like, "Yeah, nobody bothered to ask us our opinion." It's like, man, and they're making money off of this. Kathy Strain's book is not cheap. It's like $40, and I bought 2 copies of it, and it's sold in bookstores and stuff, and they sell T-shirts, and it's like, I don't know, and they have these conferences that you have to pay for and stuff, and lecture. I don't know, it's not all harmless is the thing.
Right.
The guy in the middle looks like every 90s video game designer.
Yeah.
They all want to be, what I found, they want to be Indiana Jones, kind of. There's a lot of hats. There's a lot of hats in the community.
The guy in the middle can manifest a Coors Light from anywhere. I wish I could say like Bud Light and Coors Light were the worst beers I've ever drank, as someone who knows a lot about beer. But there are far worse horrors in the world.
Hi, Slush. Hi, Slush.
Yeah, I was going to say Slush Dog as well.
Hi, Slush Dog. Slush Dog is good.
Hey, Slush Dog.
Slush Dog is friend of the stream and friend of the Fred.
Oh, that's awesome. He says you
Lauren
gave
Coleman,
Kathy
one of the most
$80. I did. I did give Kathy $80.
But it's
research.
You're gonna take away her honor in this. No, you're gonna take away her dignity in this.
I think I definitely did take away her credibility. This whole section is me talking about how like this is considered a very credible person in the Bigfoot community. Like this is not low-hanging fruit, This is somebody that is well respected in lectures. And then you'll see here she got Bigfooter of the Year, or was nominated.
Here's the big question: have you been banned from any of these museums as a result of this video?
I'm curious. I don't know if enough time has passed for them to be aware of me. I'm wondering if Lauren Coleman. I talk about Lauren Coleman a lot, and he's the most famous cryptozoologist out there. And I criticize him as I think is you're allowed to do, especially with something that's not necessarily his culture. Yes. So yeah. We'll see. I'll keep people updated. I'm genuinely curious if I'm gonna get banned. I would hate to get banned from the Expedition Bigfoot. I like that place. But yeah.
You do this video, and the only museum you get banned from is the Denver Museum of Art.
I know the one that is the actual good one.
Like we hear you don't like Kathy Strain. Yeah. No,
the Denver Museum of Art is. should be on my side. They're incredibly very respectful to Native peoples in that museum and stuff, and consult them and have interviews with them and stuff. It's a good museum. It's one of the best in the country for Native American art. Um, yes, yes. I was kicked out because I was getting too close, I guess. They don't like me taking pictures.
Ah.
They're like, he must be a social media influencer. Sorry, Fred. Play the video. Forgive me.
The world has recommended Kathy for the Bigfooter of the Year award for
Wait,
her
pause
research.
Pause this here. Bigfoot. I'm looking now. I'm only noticing. Why did Christopher Murphy get Bigfoot of the Year twice? That is so unearned. Gosh, after somebody that's read Christopher Murphy's work, I think that's really unearned.
Trey with the hot takes on
Also,
Bigfooter of the Year.
They did the thing, Fred. They didn't award anybody in 2001 and 2002.
They did, yeah. You told me about how awards will sometimes not give out
a
the
first
award.
prize. Like in composition, there are multiple composition competitions where they're like, nobody hit the required standard to make it to first prize, but we will award a joint second. And it's like, oh, you assholes.
Yeah.
You fucking assholes. Maybe they were still getting over 9/11.
Yeah, maybe they're out of respect. Respect.
Do you think there's a lot of crossover between those two conspiracy groups, and that's why?
A second Bigfoot has hit the other tower.
I like the way they have Maine and Ohio, but the other people are just from Canada. This is the whole country.
It's I'm happy. I'm very happy. I'm very happy. I shouldn't say that. I think it's good that Kathy Strain did not get the Bigfooter of the Year award, because I think her research was just well done. In my personal opinion, I think it was poorly done.
Wow.
Poorly done research.
Called out.
My hot take, and I think it's good that she was not given it. Anyways, my hot take.
Drama in the Bigfooter community.
Lauren Coleman is an interesting character because he believes in, at least last time I checked, he believes in New York sewer gators, and he believes that the New York City Sanitation Department is actively hiding the evidence.
Of sewer gators.
He believes there's alligators under in the sewers of New York City, and they're hiding the evidence of it.
What does Mike think of that?
I know.
Mike's cousin was taken by a New York sewer gator, Trey. You got to apologize to Mike. You got to apologize. Get him on the call,
I'm
Fred.
so sorry.
I'm sorry, Trey.
We're
going to have to.
They don't get...
We're going to have to unceremoniously kick you out of the stream.
Yeah,
no. Are you for real? Does he actually have sewer gator stories?
I mean,
okay.
No.
New conspiracy theory just dropped from me in my head. The Canadian wildfires happened to murder Bigfoot.
Fred, you say that as kind of a joke, but there are legitimate people that believe in all kinds of conspiracies about why there's no Bigfoot evidence. I've heard big logging is hiding all the evidence. The logging companies don't want want to get out that Bigfoot exists.
Oh my God, that's what this sculpture is.
Damage big logging. So he
He's
still could be ashamed of doing something terrible in the bushes. It could be big logging.
I had Taco Bell last night. Don't go back there.
Damn.
Famous cryptozoologist in the world has recommended Kathy for the Bigfooter of the Year award for her research. Rictor Riolo of Spike TV fame stated in a review that Kathy Strain is my personal Obi-Wan Kenobi and mentor. The photos, the history, and dedication Mrs. Strain gave this book will enrich you as the reader. To know about Sasquatch, you must know about the people that first told the white man about these hairy giants, monsters, and cannibals. It is not unfair to say that this book and its author are considered the foremost authorities on Bigfoot in Native American culture.
Richter Riolo might be one of...
Yes.
He writes like the 90s sounded.
Whoa! photos,
Hey,
the
Pleco,
history, and dedication.
Thanks
She's
for
my
the
own
250
personal
bits,
Obi-Wan
Pleco.
Kenobi, bro.
Thanks for the 250 bits, Pleco. And thank you, Pleco, for being my personal Obi-Wan Kenobi.
By the
Richter
wider.
he's the protagonist of a 90s vampire hunting game.
I brought up the fact that he is of Spike TV fame because in every little post I saw him, he felt the need to bring it up too.
What?
Like in his YouTube video and in his Amazon review, he's like, "Yes, I'm on Spike TV." Blah, blah, blah. I know.
I'm in an
So,
episode of
Mike,
Go on, sorry.
that dude is the star of a video game that the dude in the center here made.
Killing people with his stake strapped to a skateboard.
Fredrik Knudsen of Spike TV fame. I'm gonna start saying that I'm like on Spike TV now.
I'm in an episode.
Tommy Tallarico.
I'm in an episode of Country File, which is a rural affairs TV show. It's like a TV show for farmers, so they can see what's happening in the countryside. Because the reason is because I used to be a volunteer at an Iron Age reconstruction of an Iron Age village. Can you imagine the idea people would get about me if I was of a rural affairs show, like some kind of hero to farmers? I've spoke about farmers twice.
Right.
Maybe I am a hero to farmers.
You are. You're a hero to me.
Where would you get your food from if you didn't have farmers? Beyond Meat? I don't think so.
That's also planned.
Reject farming. Return to hunter-gatherer.
And cannibals. It is not unfair to say that this book and its author are considered the foremost authorities on Bigfoot in Native American culture by the wider Bigfoot community. So I thought it wise to buy myself a copy. Well, 2 copies. Kathy's book is very comprehensive and I dare say impressive. It contains around 142 different names, collected from 57 different tribes or cultural groups, for creatures that Kathy regards as Bigfoot-like in nature. She created this collection by reading tons of different Native American stories, collected from many sources and many different tribes.
Thanks to the 100 bits, Hatrix.
And thankfully for us, Kathy reproduced all...
Oh, and Reverend Poop Sacks, thank you for the 35 months.
Thanks.
I apologize.
Thanks, Reverend.
I apologize for all of the fecal names. Jabroni Mike told everyone to start changing their names to like poop related names, and he called it the bowel movement. Except what he didn't tell the people changing their names was that you can only change your name once every 2 months.
He was starting the bowel movement to raise awareness of sewer gators in New York.
Oh.
And I think you should
okay.
change your name, Trey, to Train the Shitsplainer in solidarity.
Trey the Shitsplainer.
After you discredited the movement of New York sewer gator believers.
These stories in her book, 157 of them in total.
I read this book
at first glance. It is a very impressive.
2 extra bunch. I've read this book 2 times all the way through, and then an extra here and there for specific stories. I know this book like the back of my hand.
I'm so sorry. Well, I mean, your hands are very beautiful, so it must have been a pleasant experience then.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Rat Whiskers, thank you for the 14 months. I served my 2 months in the fecal army fair and square. Service guarantees citizenship.
I'm doing my part.
Service guarantees. Not citizen as in CITIZ. It's citizen as in you're sitting on the toilet. Citizenship.
You sound like you're doing
57.
an impression of me when you say it like that, Fred.
Look at me. I am Ryan Probert. I like beer and I make music.
But
I send Fred the Simpsons gifts every day.
that you're just being mean now. Apologize for actually making fun of me on your stream.
I love you,
lots
Ryan.
of good gifts. You like my Simpsons gifts.
I do.
Okay?
I do like them. It's true.
I do too.
You know that meme of the guy holding the sign? It was like, "Your music saved me."
Yeah.
Like, it would not be an exaggeration to say Ryan Simpson's gifts saved you.
Saved me.
Because every time you're having a bad day, they perk you up.
Yeah, that's true.
Of them in total. At first glance, it is a very impressive collection, and the sheer number of stories pleads a strong case in favor of the Bigfoot cause. For each one, Kathy Strain provided details or citations on the primary sources, where each story originally came from. This is important as it tells us things like who told the story, what tribe or nation were they from, and on what year were they recorded or at least published. These primary sources vary greatly. The vast majority of them were interviews with Native American elders that were typically conducted by anthropologists for academic research. These primarily white visitors listened to the tales told by native storytellers and rendered them into English and into writing.
Thanks for the raid.
Other examples were published by Native American storytellers directly, who wanted to record these stories in writing for posterity's sake. They range in dates of publishing from the 1830s to the early 2000s. The inclusions of dates in particular is very helpful in our examination, as most, if not all, these stories originated as oral traditions, stories that were told but not written down for possibly as long as centuries. Because of this, in some ways it is impossible to know how much of their original details may or may not have changed over time, like in a game of telephone. Some of the stories mention cows, iron kettles, 12-gauge shotguns, and chewing gum, which implies their settings take place at least after colonization. Even if the core of the stories are ancient, their details reveal that some have been slightly modified with time, as later storytellers revised or added details to the original telling.
The idea of chewing tree resin, sometimes I do this. The idea, it reminds me of someone asking, who was the first person to drink cow milk, right? Like, who's the first person to squeeze the udders, like the old Calvin and Hobbes strip. I can't help but think, who was the first person to take some tree and start chewing on it and being like, hey guys, this is all right. Everyone else just looking at them being like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I feel like the cow milk thing.
There's something like that with there's an indigenous I think it's in the Amazon. It's like a yam or something like that, and you can't eat it. They farm it, but you can't eat it unless you strain it over water for 3 days straight and cut off a certain part of it. And if you eat the version that grows just as is, you'll die. So in order to eat it, you have to treat it with all this really elaborate process that takes days. And you're right that it makes you wonder how did this knowledge even start? Who figured that out, that you can eat it after doing this and this? It's crazy.
Right. Like Steve
and
is
never
just
know.
looking at the corpse of his buddy Dave, and he's like, well, Dave died eating this, but what if maybe he just did it wrong.
Somebody
So
just
when
picks
we
it
see
up,
that-
picks up and follows where he left off.
He was almost there.
How many iterations did you get through to get to the Dachshund? That's what
Yeah.
I want to know.
The story was written down at a particular time, it can only give us a window into how it was told at that time in history, and not exactly how it was told in its original telling, which may have been several centuries before. For this project, I wanted to read through every single one of Kathy Strain's 157 Native American stories, and check if the creatures described really sound like descriptions of Bigfoots as she and other Bigfoot experts have asserted.
Okay, I'm going to make a prediction. She totally futzed around with these stories to try to make them sound more like Bigfoot.
That's a good guess. That's a very good guess. You can already see in this image right now that we're looking at that one of them is called Double Face. which might
Uh-huh.
mean something about its physical description that kind of contradicts the fact that it's a Bigfoot.
Right.
All I had in my head, right, when I was
You're
reading
kind of
was,
quiet, Ryan.
oh, sorry, I'm leaning back again. Stupid comfy chair. What I had stuck in my head was, do you remember when I was watching this episode, Trey? Do you remember that episode of South Park with the fish sticks joke, and like Kanye West is trying to work out how it can refer to him? He's like, maybe
Oh
because
yeah.
fish sticks are tasty, that means talented, and I'm talented. It's like that. It's like maybe
Ye-
double face because there's two refers to feet, and double means double the size, so big feet.
Oh, it is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. That is the type of like that's like a joke, but like that is literally what happens in some of these examples.
Yes.
Um,
God bless.
it's crazy. It's crazy because people are like, yeah, this is evidence. Like she published
my
this book.
God.
She was like, oh, this is good. This is good stuff. It's gonna and people, most people are praising it. Like as you saw, like they're like, she's my Obi-Wan Kenobi. She's awesome. And you're like, no, this sucks. This is
Maybe she makes a wonderful apple pie, but she doesn't make a great book.
Also, whenever I see Big Man, all I can think of is Hunt Down the Freeman, because it was
Oh
one
my
of
God.
the reward tiers.
down the
The
Freeman.
Kickstarter. Oh, Kickstarter or whatever they did, the Indiegogo. It was one of the tiers you could be awarded was it was like Freeman, and then it was like Big Man, and it just feels like such a clumsy like I don't know. It's every time I see Big Man, I'm just like Hunt Down the Freeman, Hunt Down the Bigfoot. Fuck.
One of these days, I should make like a down the rabbit hole and hunt down the Freeman.
We had our chance, Fred. This
I know.
is a big video on Hunt. There's been multiple videos.
I know. I know.
I said
We're
at
too
the
late.
time. I said at the time we should do
I-
one because it's fascinating. I know he works for like Activision or some shit.
He does, yeah.
You're like, I can't do another one. I did DSP, and that's a gaming topic. We did gaming.
I
then
know.
you do Eve Online, and then you do a Foxhole. They're gaming right next to each other.
I know.
It's stupid. I'm so angry. It's like 5 years later.
I know. I'm sorry.
When I see you, I just throw stuff at you and just scream Hunt Down the Freeman like an insane man.
The one that got away.
The one that got away. That's like one of the levels on the Down the Rabbit Hole like iceberg. You know, there's 4Bs. There's Fred crashing the car. There's there's Hunt Down the Freeman, the lost episode.
I did not crash the car.
You mild. There's I love that because you're so.
There's Fred shot a guy.
Fred shot a guy.
Yeah, there it is. See.
Fred doesn't understand. Fred doesn't get wrestling.
I'll explain Fred shot a guy later. I did not actually shoot a guy.
I also compared all 6 of the lists I collected from different Bigfoot sources to see where they agreed and disagreed. These were Kathy Strain, Wayne Suttles, Expedition Bigfoot, Christopher L. Murphy, Monster Quest, and Lauren Coleman. I wanted to go further and create an even more comprehensive list than anyone before me. And like any nerd, I did it with a spreadsheet. Before even reading a single one of these stories, I needed clear criteria for what even counts or qualifies as a Bigfoot-like creature. This was often never clarified by the sources that provided the Native American Bigfoot lists.
This is
after
where
immersing myself in the
people
Bigfoot
got
community-
upset with me.
Really?
So the thing is Bigfoot people really like to have an elastic definition of Bigfoot is the thing. And so like that's why when Kathy Strain says Bigfoot like these are Bigfoot like creatures, you kind of have to be like, okay, what do you mean by that? Like what even counts as a Bigfoot like creature in your book? And I lay out my criteria and people still have a problem with my criteria. Even though my criteria is pretty like standard. Here we could see it in a sec, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's all these. It's a lot of moving the goalpost, you know.
Right. Maybe that's the reason why people try not to give a specific definition is because as soon as they do, they can be criticized.
Right. Yeah, I think that's exactly the case.
The Native American Bigfoot lists. But after immersing myself in the Bigfoot community for so long and so deeply, I was kind of a pro at this. My conditions were that in order to qualify as a Bigfoot-like creature, the creature in the story had to be explicitly described as man-like in shape, standing upright on 2 legs and having 2 arms.
Standard, right?
Almost completely covered in hair, large in size, at least taller than your average adult human, and technologically limited. That is to say, they don't live in houses.
People got upset with me
use
with
fire,
that one,
or
yeah,
tools
because
more
of
complex than sticks.
Yeah, because they're probably mad because they're like, oh, but he's an alien and interdimensional, can travel.
Yeah,
between
yeah,
dimensions.
or like no, it's like he builds houses, he can build houses, and he can build fires. He just chooses not to, and it's
Can
like,
we
well,
just agree that a Bigfoot with a spacecraft is a Wookiee? Like that's where you go over the line.
Yeah.
Or does a Wookiee have to come from a specific planet? The Wookiee homeworld.
Yeah. Kashyyyk. Yeah.
Kashyyyk.
Yeah.
I went there frequently during my time in Battlefront 2 in the war.
The war.
War never changes.
This is all something most Bigfooters agree on, though there are outliers. Bigfoot, or Sasquatch, as most people understand them, are also incapable of human speech. If they have the capacity for language, the vast majority of researchers agree they can't speak the language of humans. Though again, there are outliers. There are also some French
people got upset with me. I like that guy too. His face. That's a Yeti, but I was like, Bigfoot, Yeti, they're kind of the same thing. But yes, people get upset with me there, where it's like, because I've got a whole bunch of people like commenting about like this this famous audio clip of Bigfoots, and they're like, look, they're speaking, they have a language, and it's like, no, I'm saying they speak human languages. Very few people are willing to say they can speak human languages. I've not encountered that where people like say Bigfoot can speak English or even like Native American language, and most people agree with you there. But people always like to make these weird exceptions.
Oh yeah. Well, have I told you the paradox of YouTube comments before? Well, no, I haven't.
What's the paradox?
I definitely haven't. Okay, so being a YouTuber is really weird because I, as a viewer, will scroll down. Like, let's suppose I am a viewer. I literally am a viewer. Let's suppose I scroll down and look at the comments, right? Like, I'm thinking of leaving a comment, and I see, here are the top comments, the most upvoted, and people are replying, and they like them. And I see, someone saying, white guy who's only learned about Bigfoot, someone making the white person joke. Okay, yeah. Well, you know what? That's very similar to the comment I was going to make, so I'm just going to thumbs this one up, right? Like, my opinion is already being represented in the comments. But let's suppose I am someone who's like, no, Bigfoot can absolutely speak English, and in fact, he wrote Hamlet, right? Like, Bigfoot was actually Shakespeare. And, I go into the comments, and I'm like, wait a minute. My viewpoint isn't being represented. Oh, I'm going to leave a comment. And so that's why after the initial posting of a video, the comments will typically be very positive and supportive. And then the most agreed with comments get voted to the top. But then the longer that a video is around, the more negative the new comments become because people are going down to the comments and not seeing their stupid, shitty opinion being represented. Some people will comment positively because they just want to leave their 2 cents, but negative comments become far more common because they don't feel represented.
Right. Yeah. I agree with that one. I've seen that 100% in my experience. It's also like a human thing where you remember the negative comments more than the positive ones too.
That's part of it. That is part of it. But the proportion, so part of the user interface experience for a YouTuber for YouTube Studio is there's a comments tab and it's sorted by newest. And so you will always see the newest comments, but if you think about any YouTube video, nobody fucking sorts by new, because look what happens when you sort by new. If this creature is not human, how is it a cannibal? Soy the Reddit Sawyer. Right, like, what does that mean?
Right. Like soy the Reddit soy. What does that mean? What do you mean by that to me? There's one person, it is clearly, the narrator's voice is really annoying. And it's like, okay, I don't know what I can do about that. Like, what can I do about my own voice?
Yeah. Nerds gotta ruin everything. Bigfoot was cool before this video. Thanks, dork.
I think that
Like, screw you. I talk to actual Native Americans, and they have opinion. They want their opinions heard about it. And it's like, I'm sorry, it's nerdy to you.
Listen,
the guy who's saying dork might be joking.
Listen, I don't know, man. It was clearly a man in a suit, and the narrator's voice is really annoying. He needs to fix that phlegm in his throat and start talking a lot sharper. I think
What do you mean by talking sharper?
Sharper? I don't know. Your voice is good. Like, your narration voice is great. I don't know what the fuck this person's on. But see, this is what I mean, right? Like, people come in and they're like, yeah, this is that effect.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. No, you 100%.
From a person who comments on my channel a lot, and it was just like, "That's it. I'm calling the." It just literally quote, "That's it. I'm calling the police."
Right. I didn't show that on stream, but yeah, someone just commented, "That's it. I'm calling the police."
That was
on what? What was it? It's police.
It was on one of my songs. It was on one of my songs, and they also left loads of other comments.
Gosh.
Some of which were like almost sensible. They were like slightly broken, like not broken English, but they were like misspelled, and then they just got more nonsensical, referring to characters in the song who aren't. But there's no characters in the song. They were talking about like the way Brad treats Steve is really like this. I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, the last one is like,
what?
That's it. I'm calling the police.
The dude's lost.
And I was like, should I block him? And I was like, well, they're a subscriber, and I need all the ones I can get. I was just thinking this Bigfoot looks like that painting that woman restored in that church.
Yeah.
Ex homo or whatever it's called.
Yeah, like Tumor Christ.
This is my face reading these comments. This is what my face looks like when I read comments sometimes.
YouTubers reading their newest comments.
This looks like little Bigfoot, like slapped in cream. I feel like Trey knows about Little Bigfoot.
Little Bigfoot. Yes, I do know about Little Bigfoot.
The Bigfoot that looks like it's always masturbating.
Who claim the creature is a spiritual or interdimensional being. But again, this is a fringe opinion.
Psychic Sasquatch.
It's a psychic. Look at the book on the right. Look at that cover.
It's got big.
That is all. Like that's when you know we got somebody kind of crazy. You know.
Oh yeah.
When there's a title like that.
Oh yeah. No, okay, so one thing that I love to do on my streams on rare occasion, like one of my favorite kinds of streams is going into the replies of NASA's Twitter posts. And you will find people like shilling their book about the truth about space, and like it's clearly someone with like a very specific mental illness, like writing a book about how they've dismantled the nature of the universe. It kind of like I was saying, I've been watching videos about like Bam Margera, and there was a really good clip of him like high as balls talking about how he needs to get in contact with NASA because he understands black holes now and he needs to explain it to the scientists.
I put on the Wizard of Oz and Dark Side of the Moon and smoked a joint, and now I understand the universe. You scientists wouldn't understand.
You can erase all your math now.
Just get to the whiteboard and just wipe it off.
You can
the real answers.
You nerds have ruined black holes. I've figured it out,
exactly.
guys.
Exactly.
Strange opinion that Kathy Strain, among other notable cryptozoologists, don't follow.
Look, I
Most
found her in this
believe it is a
book.
flesh
I
and
found
blood
her in this
creature.
crazy Bigfoot book. They interviewed her for this crazy Bigfoot book, and I was like, oh look, there it is. Kathy Strain doesn't believe in a paranormal Sasquatch.
Yeah.
He believes in an ape man version. But you can see
Sure.
that this was obviously they got crazy people to interview here.
For our purposes, these criteria were very loosely applied to our examination of these stories. In order to be considered Bigfoot-like by my personal qualifications, a described creature needed to hit at least 2 of the listed conditions, hopefully more or all of them.
Man-like and hairy. Ah, yes, Ryan is a Bigfoot. No, just
You bet.
No, that's the thing. It's like I was so generous. I was so generous with this. Like, okay, just has to be hairy and man-like. That's all.
Of all
I'm
the
s-
things
I'm sorry.
I haven't been cursed with like I haven't been cursed with copious amounts of body hair, but nobody will ever believe me because you're telling
No,
them I'm hairy.
Yeah,
And
no,
like
Ryan.
you're the authority on me, Fred. Nobody else has seen me in
Okay,
real
it's
life.
true. No, Ryan is a smooth fellow.
No, it's one of the few things I haven't been cursed with.
No, I make fun of Ryan so much, and like sometimes I worry that I go too far. Like, I don't think Ryan is over the Wallace thing.
I watched a Jabroni Mike stream like 6 months after it came out, and he started talking about me being sexless because of you.
Let me. Okay, now
No,
I need to show
Fred,
it.
no, fuck you. You need to apologize. History will judge you. You need to apologize in front of everybody.
History will vindicate me. Here, I've got it. Okay, so there's like this incredible Tumblr post as all great things start. If you look at stream, here actually, you know what? I'll put it. Yeah, no, here. Look at stream. It's Wallace, right? I'm a little bit drunk right now, but I'm laughing my ass off because Wallace is literally the most sexless being ever brought into creation. Look at him. On a fuck scale of 0 to 10, he is easily a -30. He is nothing. He is a man in a sweater vest who eats cheese. He's like a Mormon fantasy. And so what I did was I went in and edited this with Ryan.
I can't believe I did that. I took that picture as a joke, and it will haunt me for the rest of my life.
Oh man.
Ryan is the.
It's also like the fattest I've ever been.
Senti, thank you for the raid. Hi, welcome in
great,
everyone.
Perfect timing.
We've got Trey the Explainer here, and we're watching his video on Bigfoot. And I am.
Hello.
I'm hurting Ryan right now.
Fred is giving himself bonus points.
No.
Commit suicide.
Don't do that to my man Ryan.
Thanks to the
It's like
50 bits
me and
blind
Fred-
archer.
Fred makes fun of my appearance. I make fun of Fred's driving. His
Yeah, yeah.
ability as a boss. His ability as a creator. There's more. I can't.
Sleep well, Senti. It's good to see you.
Thank you.
I'm surprised you don't throw more shade. With
Because
how much
I
shade
don't
I throw at you.
brand, you know, I was thinking of the like down the rabbit hole iceberg, and one of the things that's when you finally do a mistakes video, this must be in there, is I wrote a special version of a track. When we first started working together, you just like used my tracks.
Yeah.
Or different chapters, but like I'll be like, I'll do a special version for this episode because I used to work for a company. I had a company.
Right.
And I may have worked on down the rabbit hole in company time, but you know. Then when COVID happened, that company kind of folded, so I had to leave. And I did a special version of it, and you put the wrong version in there. You put the old version.
I did.
And I watched the episode and I was like, that's the wrong version, Fred. Fucking hell. It's amazing. I actually also was worried that like you were quite keen to get this episode out, Trey, and we haven't quite got like a workflow going yet. And I was really worried that you might do something like that, and I might have to like Trey. See, as soon as I like engage like angry with director brain, it goes to Fred. I was I'd have to be like, Trey, take this down. It's got a mistake in it. I'm so sorry. But actually, but that stuff can did happen with.
I noticed mistakes in it almost as soon as it was uploaded, like mistakes by me.
Yeah,
like,
that's
I have like this
normal. Don't
perfectionism.
worry. No, don't worry. That's completely normal. I mean, there are
I know.
mistakes
I'm trying to learn with
Eve
it.
video. I spent 2 years on it, and it's 6 hours long, and there are errors.
It's
right.
alright.
I knew you'd understand, but like I get super. I'm a perfectionist, so like when I see them, like like I want to take down the video, but I don't want to lose views and
No,
all
you
that kind of
don't.
stuff.
You don't take it down when that happens. No, you leave it up.
Except with the
Also-
4Ps. That's the
that one. I caught that one early enough.
Yeah, that's the thing. You got to catch it real early, like 10 minutes.
Yeah, like before 10 minutes. Like I'm thinking like 5. Hey, Turd Mischief, thanks
man.
for the 100 bits. Wouldn't 3, 4, and 5 just be an elephant?
3, 4, and 5.
Or a
This is
hippo.
true. This is true.
Yeah.
That's
Some
the
people
thing is
might agree.
my qualifications were very elastic, very generous, and people had problems with my qualifications. People had problem with these criteria, and I'm like, I have never seen a Bigfoot using swords. I haven't seen Bigfoot speaking English.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why people are like, no, you're wrong. I got a comment. Let me read the comment real quick. It's a very
Okay,
funny comment, and it's like, you obviously haven't encountered a Bigfoot before. I was like, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I guess
Sure.
you're right.
Yes, you're right. Let me
Just
see.
So this is the.
Yes, it says he said clearly you have had zero interaction with Bigfoot and therefore have no firsthand experience to draw upon to make your own call on what constitutes as a Bigfoot or Bigfoot behavior.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
dummy. Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's like, yeah, I wouldn't be here
What-
making this video if I saw a Bigfoot.
God, I
Oh, man.
love that. Like, what an incredible comment. I want to see this motherfucker walk up to a World War II historian and be like, "Why the fuck are you writing about World War II? You weren't there." What the fuck?
This is why field researchers get evidence, then armchair researchers alter the data set, ignore parts of it, and come up with their own skewed results and conclusions. It's like, no, that's what
Oh
you
my
do.
God.
That's what you guys do. I talk about it in the video. Man.
I love people who
Ridley Scott reference.
a
Yes, it is like Ridley Scott.
Okay, yeah, here you have the whole thing on your Twitter. Okay, let me see. Let me
The
see.
whole quote. He's the one that believes Bigfoot can use fire and stuff like that. Which is just, I've never heard that. Never heard that ever. Bigfoot using
may I read
fire.
it? May I read it?
Yeah, sure.
whoops, okay. I hate to burst your bubble, but Bigfoot speak. Ron Moorhead recorded that back in the 1970s. Sierra sounds. Some of them can also mimic or actually speak human words and languages, so your ignorance is showing on you base criteria, since you clearly have had zero interaction with Bigfoot and therefore have no first-hand experience to draw upon to make a call on what constitutes a Bigfoot or Bigfoot behavior. They also know how to make and use fire, but since they don't need to, they rarely do so. This is why field researchers get the evidence, then armchair researchers alter the dataset, ignore parts of it, and come up with their own skewed conclusions as a result. What a fucking gaff.
I know. I know. World of Bigfoot Central 3933.
World of Bigfoot. I wonder if they have a YouTube channel. Hold on.
I checked because I was curious to
Oh,
see
you
who this
did?
guy was, and he has one video. I think it's one video that just is like me trying to assemble a generator or something like that. It was a weird one. He's like, what?
That's amazing.
I'm looking. No,
know-
this person has a bunch of videos.
Oh,
Wait,
a bunch?
what?
Maybe it was a different person I'm mixing up with.
Crafty Craft
Check 'em
Dungeons
out.
and Dragons 50th Anniversary Special. Okay, well, we might have to delete the VOD watching this, but we'll see. I'm just gonna skip through.
Cool.
Oh yeah, look, there's the guy.
You're back.
Look at all those Mountain Dews in the corner there.
Yeah.
This is like
The interior.
no,
And Chew,
this
he
is-
takes Chew.
Don't have to actually look at the screen. I don't
What
sit
the
here
fuck is
and
that?
work on
This
this
is-
at the same time.
Man, down the rabbit hole came
What
a
is
long
that?
way to Fred's earlier videos.
See all different shapes.
This is like the B-roll.
Is that cookie cake?
Think it
Magnets in
reviews.
them, so I'll stick on other ones.
He's like, "Would you like some pizza rolls?"
What is that?
When I do this next batch, I'll
The,
get this guy.
he has a
This
series
does look
called
like
the
Mr.
Cryptid
Plinkett.
Report.
There, as you
Yeah,
can
he
see,
does.
is why it's taking a long time to get all of
Trey the Explainer's video is the most disappointing thing since my son.
He's got 22K subscribers. He's got monetization.
He's got dang. Okay, this is a relatively notable person. All right.
Yeah. Also,
started the
Jogproof.
His
war
house is
threat.
crazy though.
Jogproof, thank you for the 16 months, and Emperor Tiger Star for the 200 bits. And they say, "Hey Trey, glad to see you
Emperor
streaming
Tiger
with Fred."
Star. Yeah, I know Emperor Tiger Star. He's awesome.
Farting on my roommate's Bigfoot.
Hey Hamlin,
Goodness-
thanks for the 20
goodness
bits as
me.
well.
Hey, Alfie.
Oh, it's his D&D maps. Okay,
Alpha-
that's what
is
he's doing
Alpha?
with that. I thought those were like, I didn't know what those were.
Alfma, hello Alfma. Okay, hold on. We have the
Speaking
cryptid
of
report
heavy
number 9
Oh,
Fred, we can't start
Secrets
watching other videos. We've
of
got
the
a
Skinwalkers.
freaking.
Whoa, look at that. Whoa.
Whoa.
Look at that compression.
Yo.
Skinwalkers.
Yo.
Cryptid report.
Cryptid
This is awesome.
report.
Grandpa back there. Did you see that?
Oh, look at that editing.
These are all like copyrighted images, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
It has got like king ass rippers.
With your host.
Audio.
Dude. The eyes.
The eyes. This is amazing.
Whoa. Whoa.
Holy shit.
This is crazy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh.
I saw a troll still.
Was there
That
footage from
movie.
King Kong movie?
I love this.
Randy Caveman Yazzie. Whoa.
By Linda Thomas and
Someone
Overbuilt
produced it.
Overbuilt Automotive.
Oh, what was that?
This
my gosh.
intro is so long.
Oh my gosh.
Look at all these producers.
What the
Look at all
fuck?
these people. Why are there so many people involved in it? Oh,
J&J
look at South
back-
America. Holy shit.
Big Sky Howdy, and welcome
Wow.
back to another episode of World Bigfoot
And it's just two guys.
Radio.
It's just gonna
Whoa,
be two
which
guys
one's
with
which?
webcams.
Caveman's on the left. He's dressed as Captain America.
I love that this is a flipped photo because the text is backwards. Yeah.
It helps the composition, Fred. Otherwise, the composition of the picture would be all wrong.
It is just two dudes. The webcams.
Oh my god.
And no
Too good,
microphones.
Two dudes.
Just using the webcam mics.
Zuni and Hopi. And
That is
To be
quite a
fair-
gentleman right there on the
To be
right.
fair, we are three dudes, and neither me or Trey even have our webcams on.
Okay, that's true.
If you didn't have your VTubing avatar, this would be a lower production value stream. And you only have that.
I like
It's
how he
like-
blurred his background.
So the US government don't find him. He's speaking the truth. He's in a dangerous place.
Mm-hmm. Thanks to the 14 months, Aaron in stereo.
Somewhat the same, but they're kind of they differ certain areas.
This Dracula flow.
From what my grandpa used to say was that these there's the let's say the pueblos first.
Right.
Those were the ones that that were from. And there's a whole. I bet you the
Looks like they're
pueblos,
talking
the
to a guy
Hopis,
at
the
least.
Zunis,
Just-
these
yeah?
other tribes, these South
About
hero
Hopis
twins
and
were born
Sunnis.
just to kill.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is funny. This is a weird one for Bigfooters to use because
Okay.
this is Southwest America in the desert, and there's not too many
Right.
desert Bigfoots, you know.
Right.
It's like desperate. It's like desperate. Like they're trying to get anybody they can get, you know.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Just like, oh, you're. It's like, oh my god, you're willing to talk with us and you're not white. Oh my god. Yeah.
Exactly. It kind of has that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man.
I love that we're gonna have to return to this guy. I think this guy might actually be a gold mine. So that's.
I'm happy we looked into him.
This person is telling you how to do content creation.
Yes, yes. I'm apparently
Here's a
sloppy
cicada says-
and don't talk to
I really
cicadas.
I really like the aesthetic of nothing below, like, or like you only need the bottom 2/3 of the screen for the majority of the video. It's just so
Look,
much headroom.
a lot of negative space. They know how to use negative space.
Yeah, I love it's the feeling of a child learning the term negative space and then being like, oh yeah, the screen's black, that's just negative space.
Straight out of a Sergio Leone movie right there. It's showing the close up of the face and the landscape. You could learn a lot, Fred.
Ah. I'm the wrong one.
And they probably drive better than you.
Shut the fuck up. My driving's fine.
Listed conditions. Hopefully more, or all of them. Some people might agree with me, some won't, and that's okay. This is just my own personal qualifications. As I went along,
Like I knew people
I
would be
checked off
upset.
details I found in the stories and put them into my spreadsheet, so that everything was in one centralized database. My spreadsheet consisted of the name of the creature.
Oh, Drowned Giants. That's a really good short story that was made into a short for Love, Death, and Robots. Drowned Giant.
Oh.
Yeah, very, very good. Would recommend.
No, a lot of
Sometimes
these. The coolest thing about these is that the stories are super interesting. Like you're looking at just tons and tons of legends and mythologies and stuff that you never heard of. Yeah.
Oh, I meant like it's a modern short story, right? It's like by a science fiction author. Sorry.
Oh no, it's cool.
I need to
It's cool.
specify.
Is
It's
it
not a
similar?
legend.
So like the Wichita legend is about these 4 giants, and they start just eating a whole bunch of stuff, and they get really really big, and then like there's a flood sent to kill them, and they're sent to the 4 corners of the world, like north, south, east, and west, and they become those cardinal directions. Like it's obviously like a personification kind of story.
Oh.
But it's on this list. It's on the big. It's apparently a story about Bigfoot.
Maybe. Okay. Well, that's interesting because actually now I wonder if the Drowned Giant story by Ballard was inspired by that, because it's like from the 60s, I think. It's the story of a giant washing up on the coast, and its body just gradually decaying, and like people and the way that the town reacts to it.
Wow, I'm looking at it right now. This is really cool. Yeah, I wonder if there's any influence from the Wichita.
So it makes me think, right?
really
Like
cool.
that's the story of like, the stories are eating everything up, and then the town cannibalizes the body. Like not literally, they don't eat the body, but like they start pulling off parts, and bones are stolen away, and used as decoration secretly. Like there's a lot of disrespect around the body as time goes on, right? At first everyone's scared of it, but then they approach. I would recommend it. But I wonder now. There's a Love, Death, and Robots
really cool. I'll have to
episode
check
based
that
on
out.
it. Yeah, it's very good.
Native names spelled phonetically, sometimes just the English translation.
It's a short story, so it's like a 15-minute read or something.
The name
cool.
of the
I'll have to check
culture
it out.
or tribe that told the story, the date of recording, and a short summary of how the creature was described, if at all, in the story, and a further breakdown of details I will cover later. The nature of the spreadsheet allowed me to quantify all these findings into overall percentages. by the time this video is out, I hope that it is publicly available for everyone to fact check me on too. In total, I researched 154 different Native American creatures and read maybe
Yeah.
Oh my
That's pretty
gosh, that
intense.
took so much time.
It's even color coded.
Color coded.
around 170
Color coded by region.
Goddamn.
Region, and the red is like something.
What's
so the orange? It's in the document.
Okay.
It's orange means I emailed the tribe.
Oh.
Oh yeah, the document.
But unfortunately, only one got back to me.
Oh, okay.
Some got back to me recently. Some got back to me today. After I uploaded it, so I'm like, oh come on, you couldn't have gotten back to me earlier. But yes, yeah, it's like I tried. I made an attempt to email them at the very least to get their side of the story.
Gotcha. Hey Mary. Hey there, Mary. How are you doing? That's the dude who made me anime.
Performance enhancing anime avatar in the twink off between you and Trey.
In the yeah, I wouldn't be able to do it. It's like gear for twinks.
different stories. Admittedly, some of the names in the stories were a repeat.
Oh, Mary says he likes your videos.
Oh.
Oh, thank you so much, Mary. I'm happy to hear that.
That represented slight regional variations of the same story or creature. Around 75% were found in Kathy's book, Giants, Cannibals, and Monsters. Some of the stories were extremely short, maybe just a paragraph, while others were a bit longer. The oldest was recorded in 1791, the youngest was recorded in 2005. Others had no date of recording whatsoever. The actual substance of the stories was a huge mix. Some were creation stories or myths, trying to explain why the world is the way it is. Why do humans walk on two legs? Where do mosquitoes come from? Why are ticks flat? Others were legends about the deeds of great heroes, similar to the trials of Hercules, King Arthur, or Gil.
Oh my god, the oldest soy pog known to man.
It's glue scamp. It's glue scab.
Oh.
He's like a I forgot what culture it is, but he's like a Native American like Hercules. He's got all these stories, and they're all like illustrated on these birch wood. This is engraved on the wood of like a tree.
Gotcha.
And yeah, there's all these little stories and vignettes of his travels, and they all look like this. These cute little stick man.
They're really sweet, yeah.
Soy pog broke, glue scap pog woke.
There still were cautionary tales and parables, meant primarily to teach children a valuable moral lesson, akin to something like Aesop's fables or Grimm's fairy tales. There were funny stories and scary stories, histories and eyewitness accounts. There was often a lot of overlap between these groupings, and they were definitely not mutually exclusive. Throughout them, the line between what we consider the physical and spiritual world was blurred. Magic, gods and goddesses, spirits, and the personifications of animals, plants, and nature all made regular appearances. As for the creatures themselves, if I talked about each individual one, this video would be 10 hours long, so I will focus on the main.
Okay.
Shots fired.
I can't. It's too much.
I know, I'm teasing.
I would love to. I'm already thinking of doing a sequel to this one as like a further, but who knows, I might decide not to or not. It depends on how motivated I feel.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you say, Ryan?
The interdimensional Bigfoot.
God,
I could talk about that kind of stuff.
I need to know.
The suburban Sasquatch.
Yeah, enjoy Free Kill. This video is really good so far.
Oh, thank you.
My research found, and I was incredibly generous here, only 17 out of the 154 creatures could be described as Bigfoot-like by my broad.
What?
So isn't that like, what the fuck? Like, how did they do it? How did you fuck up that bad?
What? Wait.
Yes, only
Your
17.
Definition, two of them, literally the definition that you Like, one of the possible definitions was big and hairy, and that's it. Or no, not even big, just man-like and hairy. Like, if the creature
Right.
was a hairy man, then it would have counted.
Some professional
This
wrestlers
is what made me to create the video in the
Oh
first
my
place,
God.
was finding this out, like taking the time to read her book and realize, holy shit, there's so
None
few
of
that actually
these-
sound like Bigfoot. This is
It's all bullshit.
it's all bullshit. That's the crazy thing.
Did you expect any
amazing.
more, Fred?
Yes, I thought it was going to be most, if not all of them. Fit the criteria.
Nope.
Oh my God. Yeah, horrible person. Right. It's funny that they're saying it's fun, and welcome in, by the way. It's so funny that people were complaining in your comments about you being too strict.
Definition.
I know.
This represented only 11% of the entire list.
Oh, fuck those people.
11%.
Fuck
It's
them.
barely a tenth.
Fuck them.
The rest of the creatures, the remaining 89%, failed to meet my criteria, and most didn't even come
Literally
close.
just had to be man-like.
The main
and hairy.
disqualifiers, though even here I was again forgiving, was the clearly
People
human
got upset
traits
with me
many
here.
of these beings displayed. 71 or 46% of them were explicitly described as speaking the languages of Indians, Native Americans, or sometimes even that of white people. They communicate with the humans in the stories very clearly. Now, in defense of Bigfooters, this isn't exactly surprising, as so do many of the other quote-unquote real animals in the stories. Rabbits, deer, bears,
People got
frogs,
upset with me
fish,
with
and
Oh my
bugs.
God.
Regular,
Dude, a whale
even
smoking
where I
a
was like-
pipe?
I love it.
I know, right?
We need a mod for
People got upset with me with this being a disqualification, and I even admit that like it's not a for sure. Like I was playing devil's advocate, and they still missed it. Where I'm like, in the defense of them, like animals in these stories also talk and smoke pipes and stuff, and they still had a problem with that. So it's like, oh my gosh, what can you do? What can you do?
God, whale smoking a pipe. I love him.
We need a
Please answer
Stardew
for more.
Valley mod, Fred, where the bear can smoke a pipe.
Please. Rounder and ma smoother and ma tobacco addicted bear.
advised, so that they talk like people. It is just important to point out that in almost half the stories, the supposed Bigfoot-like creatures can talk, a trait few will claim Bigfoot is actually capable
Get
of.
inside my shirt.
48 or 31%
inside
of the
my shirt.
creatures were explicitly described as using tools more complex than sticks or branches. Among the tools, some of the beings were described as using were bows and arrows, axes, pots, pans, guns, baskets, smoking pipes, nets, and canoes, among other things.
Pause it,
All of
pause
these
it, 'cause I wanna
inventions are
talk about
tools
one.
most Bigfooters
Oh, yeah?
I like this quote. I had to keep this quote. I discovered this quote rather late in the editing process, but I like it. They wore no clothes but had guns. It's like holy shit.
I can,
one of the beings, they use
I
guns.
mean, well, he doesn't need clothes to hold his gun because Bigfoot just holds the gun in his massive butt cheeks.
we saw the butt print. It's all coming together.
Yeah, exactly. It's like poetry, it rhymes.
3. The species is incapable of creating and probably using. 14 or 9% of the creatures were explicitly described as wearing clothes. The stories mention them wearing shirts, hats, wooden masks, shoes or moccasins, leggings, and dresses. 20 or 13% of the creatures were explicitly described as living in artificial homes, either wooden log cabins and lodges or tents and teepees.
Bigfoot was a mistranslation. Its real name was Big Cheeks. Bigfoot streaks, gun in cheeks.
Trey's research indicates that Bigfoot was big.
A couple were even described as living in whole villages.
Oh, hey, Mizuki, thanks for the 5 months.
31 or 20% of the creatures were explicitly described as using fire, either to cook meat, smoke tobacco pipes, boil water, or heat and light their homes.
This reminds me, I love the people who are like urging people to eat raw meat. as though we didn't discover how to unlock more calories by cooking. I
Oh my
fucking,
god.
Plus,
I
you
love them.
kill parasites and disease. Those
Right.
things as well.
All of these are behaviors Bigfoot is generally not known to do. But even ignoring this, most of the physical descriptions of the creatures do not match that of a Bigfoot either. If so few creatures met the criteria, what then is on the rest of the list advertised by Bigfoot believers? What is the other 89%? The other 89%. Well, to start,
Like that
I
edit's so
found that
stupid.
37, or around a fourth of all the creatures on the list, had no description at all. In the stories,
Oh.
they
They're
are
just
simply
straight up not
referred to
described.
as the giant.
Huh. Just a big fella.
They're just either called giants or cannibals or something like that. But like
Oh,
that
okay.
doesn't. I don't think that counts. I don't think that counts because
Nah,
it's like
nah.
they're not hairy. They're not described as big. Sometimes they're explicitly described as small. It's so that's like a fourth. That's a fourth of your list that just like they're nondescript. You can't say anything about them. I'm sorry.
Right.
They shouldn't be there.
Or the monster, or the cannibal, and never described beyond this name. They are kept so vague that no determination of what they actually look
The
like
big
can
golem.
be made based on the details of the
The
story.
very
Big
large
golem.
golem.
In my opinion, we are in no
big.
position to really see if they are Bigfoot-like.
Oh, that's Tova Jensen. That's the Moomin woman.
Moomin. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she's the person
She's
who made
famous for
Moomin.
this depiction of Golem. Golem in the original Hobbit is never really described. So artists kind of went crazy. Where like they're like, oh, he looks like this.
Right, because like Gollum is in the dark.
Hmm.
He's just in the cave.
Does that change with the
Story.
retcon Tolkien does? I feel like one of you might know because Tolkien retcons
It does.
Hobbit.
He
He's
clarified. I think he added that he's smaller or something like that. Like he's Hobbit sized or something in a later edition.
Oh, okay.
Because for those of you who don't know, in the original Hobbit, Gollum bets the ring,
Yeah.
and then he retcons it so Bilbo finds the ring, and then
Yeah.
bets his life or something. Because with the Lord of the Rings, it doesn't make sense he would bet the ring. So, like,
Right, yeah.
But then he sort of retcons it so Bilbo was lying because the Hobbit was written by Bilbo. And Bilbo
Right.
didn't want to come across as a thief. He wants to sound like he won it fair and square, right?
Right.
Tolkien's got this weird head canon where the books were written by characters.
Is alone. In my opinion, we are in no position to really see if they are Bigfoot-like or not. Because of this, I feel like they probably shouldn't be included on the Bigfoot list. It would be disingenuous. For the creatures we do have descriptions for, however, I found that they could be sorted into 5 main groups. Chimeras,
Gay, homosexual, and gay.
spirits, shapeshifters and personifications, giants and dwarves, wild
My graph.
Indians,
Look at my
and
diagram.
basket women. Chimeras. A good portion of the creatures described.
Listen, you tried, but I'm sorry. I see you're trying to make a dick, but it just didn't quite work. I'm sorry, man.
I see.
it's like a 5-ball dick.
That's where Fred's extra nut mass comes
No, my nuts are fat, not numerous.
from. Both fat and numerous.
Okay, I feel like I need to explain.
The Knudsens of wherever you're from.
Okay, no, like
I know
it keeps
they're both fat and numerous nuts.
Ryan, like Trey, has Ryan explained where the nickname Fat
Why
Nuts
would I ever tell
came from?
anybody that too?
I
Why
don't
would
know where the
ever-
fat
why
nuts
would they
never
be
came
like,
up.
Okay.
Hey Trey, I don't know what you're doing, but I need to explain to you why Fredrik has the nickname Fat Nuts.
Okay.
I would ever in conversation.
So, have you seen my video on the Per Cat Cafe?
Yes.
Well, fun fact, so has Diane Kelly, the woman who made the Per Cat Cafe, and presumably while absolutely hammered drunk, she started writing Facebook posts about me and how she was going to send her cats to rip off my balls. And at one point she says, yeah, no, it gets quite in depth. At one point she says that my balls are so small that they would feed a family of 5 ants for 1,000,000,000,000 years. And then
What? That's such a weird insult.
someone did the math and figured out that if my balls, if my balls could feed a family of 5 ants for 1,000,000,000 years, because, 1,000,000,000 years is a lot of years, I would need 7 oil tankers to cart my balls around.
Which is not true. Fred just does it in a wheelbarrow. When he has to go
I
down
float.
Walmart,
I float across the ocean.
That's crazy.
So yeah, ever
That's
since
crazy.
then, I've been known as Fat Nuts.
It's okay, I got it explained. All right.
A good portion of the
That's
creatures
wild.
described
That's wild.
were what I like to call
I'm
chimeras.
wondering
Myth-
if Kathy Strain will do something like that. We'll see.
Oh my god,
We'll see if I
please.
ever
Like,
get
she
you.
goes on a bender and is like, Trey the gay splainer, and like maybe we can start calling you Trey the gay or something.
you'd hate that, Trey.
Oh, I would hate it. It's so not accurate. I'm so straight.
And you never mention it.
I never bring it up either.
Never.
I hate it. I never want anybody to mistake me for a gay man. That's such an insult.
I wonder, okay, so actually, these sorts of pseudoscientific, sort of pseudo-spiritualist groups, because like there's a lot of spiritual overlap, I think, with the Bigfoot community. Like, is this one of those sort of like hippie conservative sort of groups of people, or does it really run the gamut?
Yeah, I'd say it's like hippie and conservative. Yeah, hippie conservative. It's like you get a wide like span of types of people that are into Bigfoot. Like of course there's like the really hippie like 70s, 60s, like California, Pacific Northwest kind of types.
Right.
That are like smoking, that kind of stuff. Like it's spiritual, man. It spoke to me. And then also you get like the very conservative, like people in like the South that are like owners that are like, if I see Bigfoot, I'll shoot him with my gun. So you get a wide, and then like you get different levels of like how spiritual people, because there's some Bigfoot believers who I've talked to who are very scientific. A couple are scientists. Like their beliefs on Bigfoot are not super scientific, but they are scientists in other areas. And then on the other end, you have the very kind of like very spiritualist people, where you get those book covers that are kind of crazy. Yeah,
Right.
it's a very diverse community.
Monsters that have body parts taken from several different animals or body parts in an abnormal quantity, just like many of the monsters.
Oh my god, okay, this reminds me. One of the oldest cave paintings is furry porn. Do you know about this?
Oh, is it the bison woman?
No, it's not. It's so the furry in this is the male, has the long bits, the outie bits. I don't know, like I'm gonna have to go digging for it. But one of the oldest cave paintings was furry porn. In like, it was a human woman and like a furry man, and the artist drawing the furry clearly started out drawing the dick way too big, and so they had to taper it so it would fit. It was.
Wait, I need to see this. This is awesome.
Hold on. I have it somewhere. I need to go dig it. Wait a minute. Wait, I wonder.
If you know the name,
I don't.
Because the one I'm thinking of is the Chauvet cave in France, which it's a woman's private parts with like a bison caressing it, kind of.
No,
It's
no.
the only illustration of a human in the entire cave. The entire cave system is only animals except for that one
Okay,
The
hold on.
lower portion of a woman.
I think I have this photo.
Getting commissioned for making cave paintings and then just hiding some dicks in them.
I'm looking.
Very relatable.
Hold on. I can't show this on stream, but...
Uh-oh.
Okay, hold on. I'm digging. One sec.
Fred, you digging is not good content.
I know, but this is important. Trey needs to see the furry porn.
I'm very curious. I want to see it. I think it's interesting.
Okay.
I have a whole video on like ancient cave art because humans didn't depict themselves for the most part in a lot of examples. Mostly just do animals.
I can't find it. I unfortunately can't find it for the life of me, but I know where I can take a photo of it again. It's in a book.
Oh, is it the sorcerer? Is it this? Oh, okay, let me hear.
Here, yeah, put it in the group. Put it in the group call.
Sorcerer.
I can take a photo of it. I can take a photo of it from the book. Like it's a history of sex. History of like sex and art.
It's not this guy. This is a different guy. Yeah, this isn't it. But I'll show you this anyways. He's like a little bird man.
No, this isn't it. Birdman with a peen.
And then there's also the sorcerer. The sorcerer is very famous.
No, it's not this one. Yeah, he does have a dick butt. Look at that. Bless him.
Monsters from Greek
I bet once you
mythology,
show me, I'll know
included on
exactly
the list
what you're
of
talking about.
Bigfoot like.
Okay, sorry. Is my mic crackling a little bit?
Yeah. I
no,
thought
you're
that
good.
was on mine.
Has that been happening?
A tiny little bit, yeah.
Shit, is that better?
How about mine? Is mine done?
You've been fine. You've
You'll
been
find
hearing
out, Fred.
crackling for a bit now. Oh God. Wait, it crungoed for a second. Is it better now? Has my mic quality been okay?
It's been all right. It's not been. I think I'm noticing it because I'm wearing headphones, but it's very occasionally.
Better? Oh
It
God.
seems to be better now. Yeah.
Has the audio quality been bad the entire time?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think so.
You can trust
Fuck.
me. I am the honest pro.
God damn. Okay, I need to fix it. Okay, I know what the problem is.
It'll be fine for this, Fred. Don't worry.
Okay.
The creatures is, I kid you not, a snake with
Okay.
big feet. There was a snake that was different from other snakes. He had feet, big feet. The other snakes, because he was different, hated him and made his life wretched for him.
This sounds like a furry / fic. Yeah,
It's a story about Bigfoot.
I have a snake character, and he has really big feet, and they're big, and they're sweaty.
Snake with big feet.
People are mean to
Cherokee.
him.
And people bullied him at like Southminster High School, and I don't know. I'm making up a high school.
Just so.
Ottermen, half human, half otter shapeshifters. Something like the Native American equivalent of
So pause
mermaids
this.
or mermen.
Okay.
I have something to add here. I actually got in contact with a. I made a mispronunciation. It's Haida. It's not Haida. It's Haida. He got back to me today, and he literally said, calling this Bigfoot is incredibly insulting to my culture. So I was like, oh man. So I didn't make it into the video, but I got further clarification. But no, land
Oh my
otter
God.
men are not Bigfoot, and
That's
they find it
amazing.
insulting.
Oh, that's amazing.
They're shapeshifters. Something like the Native American equivalent of mermaids or mermen. Owl men and women. Werewolf-like creatures, half man, half wolf. Minotaur or satyr-like men with sharp pointy teeth and cow hooves, and could wield axes. Elf-like people that hopped around on one leg. Giant floating heads with a pair of broad wings like those of a bat, and talons or claws like a bird.
Cool.
A wooden golem, in other words a magical robot, with a crystal heart and shell lungs and liver, created by sorcerers to stop overpopulation. Many of these very clearly do not sound like Bigfoot.
Or Thanos.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew that the deep state was going to depopulate us by making golems. Fred,
With shell
why
withers
is...
and lungs.
Yeah. Why is there a picture of Tommy Wiseau in the
Overpopulation.
background?
Many of
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Bigfoot.
Oh, hi, Bigfoot.
Because
Stop.
what film would be complete without Tommy Wiseau?
Oh my god, they foretold the arrival of Tommy Wiseau.
I apologize, my dog is occasionally making noise now. She's kind of
Oh my god, second and only. It's the native legend of a man who's awful at telling stories. Jesus.
Very clearly do not sound like Bigfoot, or even Bigfoot-like in the slightest, and it is somewhat surprising that they could even be considered in the first place. Take, for example, Doubleface of the Sioux.
But this reminds me. No, hold on. The Tommy Wiseau reminds me. Right, there once was a really bad storyteller. He was so bad that everyone died. The end. It's the story of like the ugly girl. She was so ugly that everybody died.
That's from SpongeBob, Fred.
Is that SpongeBob? Oh yeah,
Ugly.
right.
Yeah.
He was so ugly that everyone died. The end. SpongeBob's just like, that didn't help at
The very
all."
ugly barnacle. That's what it
Ugly
was.
barnacle.
Very ugly.
Barnacles may be ugly, but I tell you what, they have got massive dongs. Look it up.
Oh.
I think they have, in terms of proportion, the biggest penis of any animal in the animal kingdom.
You're a little quiet again. But
Good.
I like how you diminished as you were explaining the penis size of the relative penis size of a barnacle. This is like when I was told that owls have the brain, like owls have brains the size of a pistachio. And then I called bullshit, and then I looked it up, and they were correct.
In Bigfoot-believing publications, Doubleface is often erroneously conflated with Iktomi, a trickster spirit. But when you read the Lakota stories that mention them, they're in fact two distinct beings. In any case, Doubleface, or the Double-Faced Ghost, or Double-Faced Woman, or Two-Face, is a gender-ambiguous monster with a
Hello there, Vinisauce.
face on both the front and back of its head. In 1901, the Sioux storyteller Zakala Shah described...
This is awesome.
It's like a Rorschach.
I know, I love that artwork. You'll see more of it. That's a crop of the drawing, but it's yeah. I love it.
Double-faced like this. The terrible monster with a face in front and one in the back of his head. And a giant with large funnel-like ears who lingers on the outskirts of camps waiting to snatch children. He throws these children in his ears and takes them away. In these stories, Doubleface talks, plays tricks, and even wears a catskin loincloth. Doubleface sounds like something more akin to the Cyclops of Greek mythology than a literal Bigfoot. I even found two artistic depictions of Doubleface, which again depict them with two faces on the front and back of the head.
That is awesome.
I know, I love it. I love it.
That is so good. Oh, that is
And it's a
eerie
shame,
as
and it's a
hell.
shame that people are like, nope, that's a Bigfoot. It's a Bigfoot. Instead of actually like looking, no, it's like a really cool mythical being and spiritual
no,
being.
Fuck
Like that's
off.
cool.
That's sick. Oh, that is eerie. Like, okay. I feel like oftentimes these sorts of depictions of like really terrifying beings don't really like capture the horror that the story has, right? Like the artist just, maybe it's just my modern sensibilities. Like, I'm a modern creature. But this is spot on. This is like visceral, like there's something viscerally terrifying about it. I can't explain it.
The facial expression is like really good. How minimalist it is, but it's
Yeah.
also like conveying like a almost like a pain or sadness. I really
Right.
like it.
Right. I'm
Like, a
thinking
lot.
like independent of like its historical context, this is just awesome.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, respected Bigfoot experts seem to consider Doubleface a Bigfoot-like creature. Spirits, shapeshifters, and personifications. A kind of catch-all group I had to create was one for entities that were very clearly spirits or magical beings. The
Oh, I like this sculpture a lot.
I like this
I don't
little
know.
cat guy. That's
one
from
for entities
that's
that were very
from
clearly
Florida.
spirits.
Yeah, the cat fella. I like the pose a lot.
I like his little arms in between his
Yeah.
legs.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just like it's a very, you know what it is? It's a very active pose. I like it.
Yeah, it's very.
It's animated.
It's
That's
very
what
well
I'm looking
captured,
for.
isn't it?
Mm.
You know, like the sculptures captured it very well.
Yeah.
I also feel like the person in front and center, person in quotations, it kind of catches. They feel like they have quite a sort of recognizable posture as well. I
Yeah.
think sculptures that capture that are really impressive.
Yeah.
People are calling it a
These are
feminine
ancient too.
statue.
These are.
For shame, chat.
He's going to woo.
There are multiple
He's going to
people.
woo. So these are ancient. These are they're not Seminole. They're like the ancestor of the Seminoles and stuff.
Okay.
I'll have to figure out what, like Kushada or something like that. I don't know. I have to look at the actual cultural group. But yeah, this is at the University of Florida's museum. It's very good. I like these.
Okay.
Or magical beings. The Siitko of the Puyallup are described as the spirits of people from different tribes who have been cast out because of their wickedness, alternatively translated as demons. Again, despite this, the Siitko can be found listed in both Giants, Cannibals, and Monsters and Expedition Bigfoot's lists. The Skenicum of the Colville can turn into trees. The Siatquo of the Twana can turn invisible. The Sanahaha of the Southern Paiute is capable of killing people by just looking at them, like Medusa. The Chiatanka, or Big Man of the Sioux, is explicitly said to exist in another dimension from us. He is capable of changing into a coyote, and is the husband to Anska, the personification of the earth itself.
I'm sorry, but we're looking for someone with 300 years of experience.
Champi of the Choctaw is described as one of the witches, demons, and monsters that came with the Choctaw people. All of the evil spirits of the Choctaws have followed them on their long journey from the western part of North America. That is to say, the Champi followed the Choctaw people across the continent to their new home. Details like this show that the Champi is supposed to be interpreted as a spiritual being, not an animal. The four nondescript huge beasts, or deluge monsters, in a Wichita story, are probably supposed to represent personifications of the four cardinal directions, north,
Right, that you were
south,
saying.
east, and west. Iktomi of the Sioux is a shape-shifting Loki-like trickster spirit or god. He often appears as a spider, but as a shapeshifter he can take the form of any animal he wishes. Many of these are clearly
Usually he takes the form of my ex-husband, though.
supernatural beings that don't sound like the common idea of Bigfoot either. Giants. Probably the most common type of creatures put on native Bigfoot lists are that of giants. As I have stated before,
this little
many
guy.
of these giants are not described.
Yeah.
They are just referred.
I love this. It bears so many resemblances to pixel art.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like basketry is like the ancient pixel art. It's great. This is the same. So I think this might very well might be the same basket that had the little guy with the bow and arrow and the hat, the little cowboy hat. It's the same culture at the very least. I think the basket with the bow and arrow is like the one right next to it. This is
Yeah.
Denver Art Museum. This is shortly before I got kicked out for taking pictures.
to as giants,
Get out.
and with almost all the stories, we are given every indication that they should be interpreted as giant humans, not ape men. They live in giant wooden houses, and boil water in giant kettles over giant fires, and wear giant shirts.
There's just something very quaint about them having large kettles, and like that's a point that they make.
They go and make large cups of tea.
Oh yeah. He's boiling water.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm a giant.
Hi there. I'm like you, but big.
Of them are described as being ridiculous in size. A Tlingit giant is as tall as the trees. A Coeur d'Alene giant is taller than the highest teepees, so that they look down the smoke hole. The giant in the...
Down the smoke hole.
You shut up. all I'm thinking is like, hey, could you throw some weed in that fire and then using the teepee like a bong?
Oh my god.
So sorry, I think I've got to go to London tomorrow. It's 10 p.m. now, so I'm gonna have to probably call it for tonight and leave you.
No worries. We've gone on for a very long time.
Yeah.
Optionally, if you would like, we could continue this video at like and bring you back on to finish it.
Well, if you two wanted to.
Yeah, sure. I'm totally down for that.
If you wanted to come back a later time, I'm very happy to do that too.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to do that. Because this has been very fun. It's been very fun getting some like extra info because like you have clearly spent a lot of time researching this, and so getting to ask you questions and learn a little bit more from the source has been really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. It's great to talk about. Always fun to talk about my research.
From a very personal point of view, I don't often get to chat to the people I work with as much as I'd like, and it's nice to catch up with you, Trey. This is the first time me and Trey have spoken together as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
We've communicated through messaging, but yeah, this is the first time we talk, and this is awesome. It's awesome to hear your voice, man.
Yeah, Ryan's voice is quite nice, right?
Oh, you're going crackly again.
I like it. Yeah.
Oh, golly. Okay, I know the problem. I can fix it.
Well, I think we might be hearing more from me in the future. It's nice to be on, more streams and stuff like that, and maybe some other things. Hi, George. George. I think George needs a loo as well, and she's kind of making sad noises at me. I don't know if she makes very high pitched ones, kind of all the time when she needs a loo, and I don't think you can hear them, but occasionally she'll make honking noises as well.
Aw.
Funny.
Hey Koki, how you doing? Yeah, this has been enjoyable, very enjoyable to have Trey on. Trey is a good sport about Trey is a good sport about the garbage that I pull.
No, it's been fun. I like it.
But no, Koki, good to see you. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. I've been enjoying streaming a lot. I feel like after the holidays, I've recharged a lot, and I'm feeling good. And streaming has been enjoyable. Okay, so before we finish, there's just one more thing that we need to do. We have people who enjoy making art for the stream. And why don't we take a minute to look at it? Do you have just a minute longer to do that?
I can do that.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Hey, Avatar Hippo, thanks for gifting 3 months of sub to Koki. Hey. So everyone, could we please show Koki the best emote that she now has? Crackle? Oh god. Oh, shit. There you go. That's the best emote that I have. What do you think, Trey?
Let me see. Oh my gosh. I like that. I like that.
There's a correction to that. This is the best emote.
Oh, well, that's Mike's emote.
Yeah, but it's good, right?
That one's also good. Shrado is also good. Yes.
I tried to post that in a stream. It must have been like 4 or 5 weeks ago, after you'd shared like your chat fellow. And everybody started posting that. And, I tried to post that, and I was told it wasn't allowed within moderation guidelines of the channel, or something like that. And I assumed one of the moderators stopped people posting it because you're trying to show off your new emojis.
I don't know why. I don't know why they do that.
I think they're trying to be helpful, Fred.
This is really sweet. I saw this actually just before we went live with stream. But look at this piece. This is adorable.
Oh, look at that.
Me and Nick burning the midnight candle. Are you familiar with Nick Nocturne at all? Trey?
I don't think so, no.
He makes Nightmind on YouTube. Very in-depth analyses of ARGs typically.
Oh, nice.
ARGs
I'll have to check 'em
sometimes,
out.
but Nick has been a very supportive and close friend for many years, the majority of my time as a creator, and so this captures the vibe a lot. This is lovely.
Oh. I like that art. Oh, my voice cracked. Gosh darn.
You're good. We've been streaming for a while. I'm hitting that up. No, I love this. Thank you, Beelzebult. And then
It's always like
oh
a
my-
really special thing to get like fan art. That's like a super special thing. Once
I've never gotten
you kind of made it.
Yeah, I've never gotten over it. I've never. I
so
think I have
nice.
the same feeling of someone making fan art today as I did from the beginning. Also,
Aw.
look, Blue Cloud drew my bean. I'm going to have to say goodbye to the bean because multiple times at this point I have used bean as a verb on accident. Or like, no, a noun. Wait. As a noun, a person who beans. It's a little bit of a problem. It's happened twice.
Bean. I call Georgia Bean because she looks like a pinto bean. But I'll send you evidence. Because she's got like the black with like grey. It's stopped now, Fred. With grey.
Okay, hold on. I think I know what to do. That should fix it, if we're lucky.
Another level on the down rabbit hole iceberg is Fred's use of stage mics.
I did for a long time. I use a stage mic.
You don't anymore.
No.
Okay, the blanket is another stage in the down rabbit hole.
Yeah, because I don't have a sound recording booth and I don't have any soundproofing in my office, and so I throw a blanket over my head to record. Typically.
Really? That's awesome.
Still crunged up. Oh my god. Okay. Is that better? That's a legit technique. Yeah, I do it. Although it's kind of annoying.
I suggest it to people a lot 'cause it's good.
Neil Ciceriga does that.
Oh
my god, Neil Ciceriga. Yes. I am Neil Ciceriga. Thank you for the bean. Thank you for the bean, Blue Cloud. And then, because Twitter is dying, I also check art on Tumblr. Here we go. So, oh, wait. Do we have... I'm going to double check. I'm checking Starry Feathers. Yup. There it is. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There's some good bullshit here today.
Oh my god. Whoa. Whoa. There's a lot. Look, there's the cat. There's the cat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're gonna...
This is awesome. This is awesome. Whoever made this, this is awesome.
This is... Okay, so Starry Feathers frequently, usually, the vast majority of the time, has... they make sketch pages of things that we talk about on the stream.
Oh my god. This is awesome. A Twinkfoot. They got the cube. They got me.
Yeah. Here, let me...
Blown apart by
This
the
is awesome.
There's so we have I love how Starry drew you. You're so cute.
No, you drew my dinosaur.
Yeah, there's you working on the stud farm. Hold on. I mean, you're.
I always wanted to say to the owner, "How's the semen business going?" Because that's what he sold. You know, he was a cum salesman.
I blew up. Yeah, I blew up. Yep, I have a limb in every corner of the political compass. The political compass is such horseshit. Just by the way. What's it?
Oh, yeah.
Didn't know they can fly.
Why are we in bed together?
Because Trey was in bed when it happened.
I was in bed. A cockroach flew over me.
What is it? Gigantopithecus?
Gigantopithecus.
Gigantopithecus. Thank you. It's the Gigantopithecus cube. There's Twinkfoot. God bless Twinkfoot. There's me and Ryan thinking
Lovingly
in
made.
a box. In a box. Yeah, no, this is... Look, you can tell... Oh, there's Bigfoot clapping his cheeks.
With the gun in his cheeks.
The gun in his cheeks. Oh, the polite cat boy. Oh, that's such a cute polite cat boy.
That's awesome. I really like that.
Oh, there's the bear and the whale smoking pipes. Smooth and addicted. There's
I like the Yeti.
The fucking Yeti. I'm Ryan. I drink beer and make music.
The one time I've only ever posted once about beer because I really like beer, and I've said I don't talk about beer a lot. And I posted it once, and this is what happens. I'm slamming my hand down on the desk, Fred. I hope you're happy. Here's the thing: I like beer, but I do not drink very much. I drink once a week, but I will drink a specific beer every week.
No, I really like good beers too. Like I just like good tasting things. I like, and good beer is really nice. I really like good beer. Also, there's me as a wrestler. Furry feet. Brother. Peace at last. It's just not fair. There's me.
No, but
there's me.
There's so much detail on that sketch too. That's awesome.
I know, right?
No,
oh my fucking god! And it's my No, there's a running gag that my computer is Steam powered because like I haven't upgraded it in like a decade. Except so I have a new computer, but it's like I don't have my new fancy computer. I don't have Beefcake. I named it Beefcake, and it has like a 4090. I did a subathon, and my viewers helped me raise money for a new computer, and I don't have access to it right now. And I'm sad. It's not a running gag. It's fact. My computer's not Steam powered. Fuck you.
I like the tiny version of the note me next to Melty Bigfoot.
Yeah, I know, right?
Not that I'm going to criticize this artwork, but there's a lack of Fred crashing his car in it.
Shut the fuck.
There's the Fred car law's funny because I always thought that you were really upset about this, but you went away and you came back and somebody had like cut the exhaust pipe off your car.
My
and I almost posted on Twitter, can someone please return Fred's exhaust pipe? He's very sad.
It did. No, like I have had the cat ripped off twice.
Somebody crashed into it this time when you were away, right?
Yeah.
Somebody just reversed into your car.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Classic.
You bet. You fucking bet. I just can't catch a fucking break. I fucking love this. I love the Dino U so much. Look at the fella. It's just a fella.
It's really cute.
I know.
I love it.
Dino Stud Farm.
It's a good fella. Just working the stud farms. It's honest work.
Great.
Honest.
Mike's Dino Rap.
I unfortunately did not work a stud farm. It was a gelding. They were all geldings, so it was the opposite.
Oh. Well,
no.
I'm sorry, Starry. I'm gonna have to disqualify this.
I lived on the stud farm.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's Ryan. It's Ryan who should be at the stud farm.
Yeah, with the rest of the studs. That's where they kept us.
Fred Knudsen's computer solder runs on vacuum tube transistors. Fun fact, I was chatting... Was it you that told me this, Ryan? I can't remember who told me, but like a significant proportion, like just as a quirk of like production, a significant proportion of vacuum tubes are made in Ukraine, or I should say were made in Ukraine. So if you have a vacuum tube, like if you have a tube amp, hold on to that.
Yeah. I don't think I told
be
you
good
that.
to it.
That sounds difficult because vacuum tubes are used in amps a lot still.
Yeah, though a lot of them are moving over to fully electronic.
But yeah, they're still gonna have like mental audiophiles who are like, I like the warmth of the vacuum tubes. You know?
Yeah, me too. Komori-kun Kos, thank you for the raid. We're actually wrapping up right now, I'm afraid. But thank you, both of you, for joining. I would love to have you on again, both of you, to finish this up. Because this video is fantastic so far, and I am loving getting some extra context from you.
Thank you. Oh, that means a lot. Thank you so much.
It has added a lot.
Shade I'm throwing at you, Fred, revealing all the stuff buried under the floorboards. Sorry, George.
I hear the beating of the heart. Ba-dump. You know, let's see. Ooh, JT Wusky is playing Buckshot Roulette. Hell yeah. Okay, we're gonna raid JT. JT's really been going through it, and he could use some love. So we're absolutely...
Was it before the stream we were talking about Buckshot Roulette, or was it on the stream? See, this is the problem. It's been so long I've forgotten.
It was during, I think. Because I played Buckshot Roulette. It was very good. It's like 15-20 minutes, and the game is like $1.20 on itch.io. But yeah. Oh, raid message? Ooh, we need something Bigfoot related. Do you have a good Bigfoot raid? Like a good Bigfoot raid. Trey, I'll let you choose. Something for everyone to yell.
I like this one. Bigfoot streaks, guns and cheeks.
That's it.
Okay, yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Blue Clouds.
It's pretty good. It's better than anything I could think of.
Yes. Oh, no, thank you, Burninator. Sorry, my mistake.
Oh, I think it was someone else who came up with it originally.
The chat moves too quickly. Oh God, it goes up miles. The Burninator? Still? Yeah, Burninator. Thank you, chat.
Goodbye, everyone. See you soon.
Bye.
I'll have the schedule up later today.
Say goodbye,
Bye.
George. You're not going to say goodbye. Well, great.